Rangers lose 4-0 to the New Jersey Devils, and as you can see, we got guests here because it is that deflating that I couldn't do this shit on my own. I couldn't. Everyone, all right, let's do it. We got Mika Zibanejad, Artemi Panarin. Hop on in. Hop on in. Hop on in.
What is he holding?
Oh, Jacob Trouba's in my room. Look at this, everyone.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh my god.
And yes, Joey's on the New Jersey Transit right now, on his way home from the game.
I am sorry,
Yes.
everybody.
Oh my god. Hey, I mean, I hardly watch any of the games, so it's not even. I'm not even jinxing it at this point. My superstitions are so far out the window.
He's
It's
got
not
a
even freaking
Wolfpack
funny.
jersey on. He's got a
This is
Wolfpack jersey on. You're not
Yeah,
a real
because this is
fan.
the only thing Rangers related that's done anything successful in the playoffs. So yeah, I'm wearing the Wolfpack, the only team I can root for.
Panarin is worth a 4 for 4 from Wendy's. Yes,
Don't speak
Yes.
ill on Wendys like that.
that's
do
true.
not speak.
That's
do not
true, you're right.
insult Wendys like that. Do not. They're worth more than that.
I think
And I'm
Panarin-
rocking the Knicks
Panarin
tonight.
played like a. Excuse me for my language, but he played like a minimum wage worker.
Dude, it was bad. It just
It was bad.
No, that's
that
an insult to
turnover he
minimum
had
wage
on that
workers.
power
That is
play?
an insult to minimum wage workers right there, Joey.
Wow.
It's just so bad. It's
I
like
have-
this. It looks like nothing. And they don't even look like they give a shit. The Devils are like skating around, just laughing the entire fucking time, just laughing at us.
Yeah, you
Oh,
have
God.
Barkov, Goudreau, and Kevin Ball drop the mitts, and Kevin Ball after the fight taps Goudreau on the back. It says, "Good job, buddy." They're unmoved by us.
They don't. care.
Holy fuck!
You guys realize this is just the helmet toss all over again, right?
We could use one.
No, that it was because after that fight, Goudreau was screaming at the bench again.
He should have threw his
Like,
helmet
this
at one of
is
them.
almost exactly the same thing. Like, the Rangers are getting outplayed. They're being beaten by a team that they shouldn't lose to. I mean, I said it on my show with you, Nick. I said it with you two guys on my show. The Rangers shouldn't play down to the Devils' level, but they've done it. And as I said before we started recording, it's too late now. Like, you're in a hole now, and you got to dig yourself out of it. However you're going to do it, you got to do it. It's not you don't have a 2-0 series lead anymore. You're not scoring 10 goals in 2 games. In fact, you're averaging, what is that, less than a goal per game over the past 3 games
Mm-hmm.
against the minor league goaltender. You got to look within,
Yep.
and you got to, I mean, you may be stringing some good shifts together, but nothing's going to the net. You only had 22 shots tonight. The Devils had like almost 40 shots.
43.
One shot on goal in the third. One. You would think the Devils were the team that were down. You would think. One.
Shesty had
Oh my
had
god.
a shot on goal before some of our top fucking scorers.
Yep, he had the same amount of shot on goals as the Rangers had in the third.
I think Panarin only had 1 shot on goal the whole game too. Here, I'll tell you right now. Here, Shesterkin had the same number of shots on goal as Panarin, Laffy, Trocheck, Kreider, Kakko. He had 1 more than VC. Hedel, Kane, Schneider didn't have a shot on goal. Trouba had 1. Fox had 1, same number as Fox, same as Miller, same as fucking Mikko. So yeah.
And this comment's true. Dollar store helmet throw though. Dollar store.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Throw the helmet right at Gallant's stupid fucking head. I can't.
Seriously.
With this.
Oh my
Trotz
gosh.
is the GM of Nashville, unfortunately, Godfather. Otherwise, I'd be putting Gallant in that taxi right away, and I would have fired him mid-series.
Would have called for it. Just called a taxi for him.
This team fucking sucks.
That's a good comment. Who's gonna play the Messier moment? I mean,
Never-
someone's got to step
never
up and be
be
like a hard ass leader. Someone has got
No.
to do it.
Nope, not possible. No.
It can never be easy with the Rangers.
It's so bad. It's just so bad.
They fucking laid an egg tonight. They're probably going to do it again on Saturday. And I won't be surprised. And if they lay another egg on Saturday, I'm telling you right now, if you're not going to trade Panarin and Zibanejad, you at the very least they better not have a single letter on their jersey next year.
No.
Not an A. Certainly not if you're going to strip Trouba the C, put the C on one of them. No fucking letters for them. None.
We'll give
On the
Lindgren
line,
a letter.
Actually, facts. Lindgren, yeah.
Nope. Got to trade him. Cap
Oh,
casualty.
right. Yeah. He's
No.
the cap casualty, so we could afford everyone else.
Well,
That's
why
right.
would he be a cap casualty if you're saying you're trying to trade Panarin? That's $11.5 million you're already trading.
I think Panarin still
I
has
was
a
saying
full
if you
no
can't
move.
trade him.
I think he still has a full no move, right, for another 2 years, or till
Yeah.
the end of his contract.
I think it might be a bit premature to start talking about trading Panarin. Like, I mean, I understand you're not getting it done in the playoffs, but if you do, all I'll say on this is if you do trade him, you better be getting somebody that's replacement to his level, you know, and that's not going to happen. So,
Or using the money you get to replace him with someone that just plays hard. Like, I think the Rangers could have even done something as simple as like just signing Evan Rodriguez in free agency. That's a guy that plays his friggin' ass off and doesn't stop no matter what time it is during the game.
yeah,
And they
but
could have just got him.
is that what's losing the Rangers these games, or is it
No,
the
it's
Rangers?
not. It's
Was
just,
it the
I love
Rangers'
that little
own
bit of.
stupidity in
I
Game
just like
3?
the dude's playing hard, man. Like I feel like that's a guy that doesn't fall asleep. We've got so many guys that just love to fall asleep at the wheel and just like oh no, I could take this shift off because he'll get it, and then just fucking everyone says that and no one does a damn thing. Just so
I
frustrating.
can. All right. So you guys, I know you guys are like, the Rangers are rattled. They're
Yeah.
rattled right now. Like, undoubtedly, they are losing every puck battle. They are not getting any traffic in front. The goalie is making easy saves. Like, these are no screen wristers from the blue line.
Mhm.
No traffic in front. No rebounds. Nothing. Easy shots. Shesterkin had a higher danger chance than like some of these defensemen taking shots. It's like,
Yeah.
Rangers got to. It's all a mental thing here. They're rattled, and the Devils are playing a style that we haven't seen them play. It's similar to how the Rangers played in the first 2 games. Did we ever see the Rangers play that style of defense? No. That shocked me when I saw the Rangers block 22 shots in Game 1. Did not expect that to happen. Then the Devils added their own element of defense. The Devils are a high-powered offense off the rush. And, all of a sudden they start playing the neutral zone trap, and you don't know what the hell to do against them. You got to start chipping pucks in deep and start forechecking. And, if you're going to east-west the passes, then you're not going to get much done. And that's why Panarin's not been so successful. He keeps turning the puck over because he keeps making those passes. So it's all a mentality thing. Everybody's got to buy into that north-south element for now and, buy into that.
Which isn't going to happen because, one, the coach is too moronic to get them to buy into that. That's number one.
No, I don't think I don't think he's moronic. I think he wants them to. I just don't think the players.
No,
like
he's
Panarin's
two hands
not gonna-
off. He's 2 hands off. That's the problem here. And the other problem is the players are softer than baby shit. They're not going to do that.
Yeah, Panarin's not a north-south player. Exactly. Like you gotta let Trocheck do that stuff. But I will give Gallant credit for putting Kakko on the top line because he was the Rangers' best player tonight, far and away.
I agree with
Far
that.
and away the
That
best
I
skater
agree
on the
with.
ice. Him and Shesterkin were the best Rangers tonight. But I will say Shesterkin did lose his cool quite a few times tonight.
Yeah.
Like
I
him
feel
just
bad for
flinging the puck up
Shesterkin.
the ice. I know.
This is just
He made
Lundqvist
some
all over again.
unbelievable saves.
You
Henrik is just sitting somewhere saying, "Yep, I know how you feel, kid." Welcome
put
to my
a
world.
mid-ass team out in front of a great freaking goalie, and you give a shitty effort in front of the goalie too. I'd be so pissed off if I was Shesterkin. I'd be so pissed off.
He should have just let in that one goal. He should have. Why are you even trying?
Like these are saves that the saves that he's making turn entire games around for a normal hockey team, not for the Rangers though.
Yeah, the Rangers are not a normal hockey team.
No, they are
Thank
not.
you for your contribution to the
Nice, Tony.
GoFundMe to put on the
Nice.
taxi New York style.
Who's the replacement?
Thank you for the $2 donos. And then we got a $5 dono from Michael C saying they become mentally weak. Can't handle a 1-goal deficit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Truth.
I didn't even know what happened in that first goal because there's so many Devils fans standing up like they're trying to get into the section. I couldn't even see it, and they show one replay, and that's it. They don't show anything. So I have no idea what happened on the first goal. I have not caught a replay of it. What happened?
It
You
went
guys
off of
know?
Adam Fox's stick.
Just typical
Wow.
Rangers fashion. Just fucking all the
Wow.
wrong bounces. All the wrong bounces.
How about this one? And because I got yelled at in the comments for not reading the comments that I'm addressing out loud, I will read the comment for everyone. Matt Martin goals these playoffs. 1. Panarin and Zibanejad combined 0.
I want to be so angry, but I'm like to the point where I'm becoming numb to this. This is just fucking repeat. Like I think we should feel fortunate that we're as young as we are. We haven't had to experience Rangers bullshit as long as some other people that are here. But my God, this is just fucking awful. That is so embarrassing. So Panarin and Zibanejad, who are making combined about $20 million, had the same amount of goals in the playoffs as less goals than Matt fucking Martin.
Yep. Yeah.
I bet Zibanejad's got more penalty minutes in this playoff series than Matt Martin does.
Actually, yeah.
Now that
Actually,
really
right.
breaks your noodle there. Zibanejad probably had more penalty minutes in this game than Matt Martin has had in this playoff series.
Probably.
The penalties are so bad. Come on.
I tweeted earlier that I'm not going to be surprised if Igor walks in a few years. I won't.
Why would he come back to this? His idol growing up was Igor. For Igor was Lundqvist. He saw what Lundqvist went through. Is he really going to put himself through that?
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, we gave the Devils we're not even making it easy on ourselves. We took 5 fucking penalties today. 5 penalties. Like if you're gonna play like shit and give no effort, how the fuck are you still taking penalties? At least you can understand, hey, the guy's playing hard. You got to stick it a little bit too much and trip the guy or high stick him. No, you're taking dumb, lazy penalties on top of everything else. Like you can't even.
Yeah.
I just, oh God.
What sucked about those penalties was that they were away from the play. Like the Rangers actually had possession of the puck and it killed the momentum. Like they were driving towards the net. Kane had the puck. I think this was in the first period, and Zibanejad took a penalty in the neutral zone. And it's like, what the hell just happened? The play's dead, no momentum, and now all of a sudden the Devils have a power play. So,
yeah.
No, when you do that, you're doing yourself no favors for sure.
So what's our power play now? Our power plays what? Oh, for our last 10, or are we
13?
Over 10?
I think
13. Nice. So we're 0 for 13 again.
And I get why you're saying this, Robbie, that you wanted Barbashev, you want Bukes at the deadline, but you're trying to tell me that these guys would have made a difference in this series when your superstar players have less goals than Matt Martin in the playoffs.
Right.
They weren't going to change anything. Your superstars are not playing like superstars. You have the coach getting out coached by Lindy Ruff. Igor's the only one showing any sort of heart right now and care.
It's the damn truth.
These are good points.
Just so sad. It's just so bad.
Yeah.
It's like a 180. Like the team doesn't even look like the same team. Like forget the goals and everything. I'm talking about strictly from effort and the way they played the game. It doesn't even look like the same team that we saw in games 1 and 2. It looks nothing even close to it.
Nope. It's incredible.
I don't even know.
Offensively, there's a lot to be desired.
Oh my God. So 2 goals in our last 3 games in the freaking playoffs. In the playoffs. I mean, come on.
This goalie's looking like Patrick Waugh.
Oh, the Rangers are great at making third string goalies look good.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fair point, Freak. Our expectations would have been lower. Fair point.
No, this is actually valid.
Good question, Michael. Does anyone believe they could win on Saturday?
No.
I sure as hell don't.
No,
I do.
God bless your soul. God bless your soul, Joey.
Dude. I need your optimism to rub off on me. I'm such a negative Nancy right now. I'm just in such a shitty mood.
Man. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't feeling it this game. I kind of didn't want to even go, but like my cousin went, and I was like, I should go. this is a huge game.
And you
This could
never
be
know what
huge,
might
like
happen.
right, exactly. No, I didn't want to miss it, so unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. But I mean, here's my reason for optimism. The Rangers, we've seen them. We've seen them, not crumple up and die. Last year, when they went down 3-1 to the Penguins, I expected them to just, go out without a fight, and they proved me wrong. Not only did they win one game, they won 3 straight and won that series when I did not even think it was possible. And you know who stepped up in that series? Zibanejad and Panarin.
Yep.
So if they've done it before, I'm not saying this is a foregone conclusion that they did it last year and they'll do it again this year, but they have that ability to take over a game.
And we need them to, dude. Like, if there was ever a time, the time is now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was kind of hoping like tonight was gonna be the night that they were gonna start like telling themselves like, you know what? Yeah, we kind of fucked up the last 2 games. Maybe let's make sure we don't put ourselves in an elimination game. But no. Maybe they're doing it on purpose. Maybe they want Kreider to extend that record he has, most goals in elimination games, or the hell it is.
And this is my problem too with even going back to that Pittsburgh series. I get it that they came back, they won that series. They beat Louis Domingue. The only thing that I could say is, okay, you have a 3rd string goalie in for New Jersey right now, so it's still possible. But he's playing way better than Louis Domingue ever played in that series last year.
Yeah, but the Rangers also did make Louis Domingue look good at times.
Yeah, like really good.
Yeah, that's another example of a goaltender that the Rangers made look good.
I mean,
They've always done this.
They made
Always.
Justin Tokarski look like one of the greatest goalies ever, and I don't think that dude played 10 games in the NHL after that series against him. I mean, if we can make Tokarski look good, I'm sure fucking Akira Schmidt, hips don't lie, is not going to have a problem against us.
Yeah.
This is just so bad. I don't even know what else to do aside just try to laugh myself into stopping being so pissed off and upset about this fucking team. I'm at a loss. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to fucking do. I just think, I don't know. I'm just trying to make jokes and laugh.
Well, you guys are already so invested in this team. What are you gonna do? Stop watching? You're gonna do it. Have you guys seen that '94 documentary where the guy, the Rangers fan, is like when they were down 2-0 in Game 6 to the Devils, he went upstairs and was about to light all of his stuff on fire.
Some fucking pyro. It was just a pyro.
He put all of his Rangers jerseys and stuff in a box, and he had lighter fluid and a match, and he was about to light on fire. And then Messier started the comeback, and the rest was history.
Talk about fucking.
What are you guys gonna do? You gonna do that? No.
If I have to put my shit in a box to make them turn it around, I might take one for the team. But I don't know if I'm going to light it on fire. We got an HOA in my neighborhood.
I've always been very superstitious, even right now. But no superstition is going to, make a team just, completely flip it around. You got no control on the game. It's up to the players to come out. It is a little
annoying though, because I feel like we as fans, I know it means jack shit, but we put in so much work with these damn superstitions to just pretend like we're contributing.
I know,
and it's still more than what the players are doing on the ice.
I know. And Kreider actually said something about that. He said we let the fans down, we let ourselves down, blah blah blah. We need to show that we need to be able to come out and win a game when we need to. Just get the job done.
Man, they're I wish they were as good at playing in meaningful games as they were in the post-game interviews. Because if you gave their post-game interviews and put that into their on-ice product, we might not ever lose a fucking game.
They're all talk. They're all talk. Gallant called them soft last game, and this is the response that you come out with?
Yeah.
It wasn't enough. It was not enough. They haven't cracked the doubles yet, the system. They haven't cracked the defense. They have to crack the defense. That's where it comes down to. As soon as they get one goal off the dump and chase, then it's gonna open some stuff up. They have to do it off the dump and chase though, because that's how the Devils are playing. They are forcing them to make turnovers and they are eating them up. You see how many odd man rushes the Devils got this game? Not even in the third period. Not even before. Not even after the 3-0 lead. Before then, there was so many odd man rushes, 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to break them. When you break the trap, that's when it all opens up. This has been the Rangers' Achilles heel for years. For years, they cannot keep the neutral zone trap. Go back to Tampa Bay. Go back to the Carolina series. You could even go back last year. You can't beat the neutral zone trap.
No, you can't. And honestly, I think one thing we have to really pray for is the Devils are going to just get cocky and kind of sleep on us a little bit. I mean, they were literally skating around laughing at us tonight. So hopefully they're just cocky enough to where we can maybe sneak one in on Saturday to maybe build off that. But I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, what's painful for me as a fan is, the accountability aspect. Like after games 1 and 2, you have Kreider saying, "Did I say game 2 was the toughest game to win? I meant game 3 is the toughest game to win. All business." And then it just completely flips around like in an instant. Like, and I thought game 3 they played awesome. I thought the Rangers were good enough to win.
Yeah.
And that's when everything.
Game.
I think the turning point in the series was the Shesterkin penalty on Meyer. That turned everything around.
Yeah, that hurt, man. I still don't understand.
Yeah, I was pissed. I was at the bar. I was cursing and stuff. I was pissed. Right? Like, it's you got to keep your cool. And after that, that's when the Rangers started barking at the referees. And when you start barking at the referees when you're not even winning the game, you've already lost, in my opinion. Focus on the game, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if my stop is soon.
I can't even really think of any talking points about tonight's game because this is like one of those fucking burn the damn tape and you don't even think about it ever again.
Thank you, Shelly, for the $20. Appreciate it.
I mean, you got some guys that like a couple guys that at least looked like they were trying, but there were just some guys that really just looked like they were asleep at the wheel. I just couldn't care. Maybe it's not the matter they just can't care less. Maybe they just don't have it in them to get to play to that playoff level. Like, they just can't convince themselves to.
I got 2 more stops.
I'm speechless right now. I really am.
Sucks, man.
I can't believe we're doing this in back-to-back years.
What's blowing a 2-0 lead, series lead.
Getting reverse swept, yeah.
Back-to-back series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. Back-to-back series right now. We went up, yeah.
So is this the reputation this Rangers team is building? Like Toronto, where you can't get out of the first round? No, don't say that, please. Like other teams that can't get out of the second round? Is this the Rangers' Achilles heel? They can't get past a 2-0 series lead?
Dude,
they can't. They could get up 2-0, but they can't finish it. It's astounding. Like, it's so crazy. The Rangers were so clearly the better team the first 2 games. It was not even close. Not even close. And now all of a sudden, the Rangers are on their heels.
It's like we saw during the regular season too, though. Like they would get on streaks, whether it's winning games or they'll just have a really good game, and then they kind of just shut it down whenever they feel like they're in a spot to be comfortable. They shut it down long enough to the point where then they fall behind. This is exactly what happens.
Yeah, it's high risk, high reward. Yeah, literally.
It's just so annoying.
Tell you what, I'll have a lot to talk about the Callahan tomorrow for sure.
Dude, I didn't hear it on the ESPN broadcast, but someone tweeted out that apparently Callahan was going off on the Rangers, which good. Someone's got to.
Go on specifically for moving Mika out of the one-time spot on that last power play that they got.
I got to listen to that.
I'm curious. I want to hear it.
If anyone in here, any of you guys or anybody in that chat of yours knows about that or has a link to it, please send it my way. I need to see that.
Oh my God! Look at Laugh for MVP's comment.
I didn't want to. Oh my God!
Sick to my stomach.
There's no way. There's no way Howden's got more points than Panarin and Mika.
Again, in case you're not watching and you're just listening, the comment is Brett Howden has more points than Panarin and Mika. Brett Howden.
I love how he has to read it.
I got yelled at in the comments. I gotta.
Looking at it's not enough. It's gotta be like related to everyone. It's gotta be.
I can
said
understand like on my show, like because it's audio version on Spotify, but like yours is YouTube.
I know.
Very clearly see.
Whatever. Anything to please as most people as I could.
Brett fucking Howden. Oh my god. Hey, maybe David Quinn was right. Maybe we were wrong.
Hey,
Maybe
MSG, please burn that sweatshirt. I know you're a Devils fan, but please burn that sweatshirt. Please.
Let's get rid of the hoodie. We don't need it, I promise.
All right, I'm next stop. I think I'm gonna try and keep talking to you guys as soon as I exit here.
This will be
Make sure I get out though.
Oh, this was actually a good comment because I was gonna ask this question: who gets scratched next game?
There's no way Kakko's getting scratched. I swear to God, if Kakko gets scratched, Glenn should be fired. Not even like a second after the thing.
The problem is the only guys that you could argue are playing to the point where, well, not replaceable, but guys that would piss you off enough to replace them in the lineup are guys that are making way too much money and are way too valuable to scratch.
I feel like somebody's getting scratched till next game. My pick's Lafreniere.
You think so?
I think Lafreniere gets scratched next game.
Ooh.
I do.
I don't know.
I truly believe it.
That'll
be the same mistake we made last year.
Yeah, it will.
Bold move. But look at how Kakko played this year, man. After that,
No, but like, I need to win now. I'm not waiting for next year. I'm ready to just win now.
Yeah, but okay, if you're gonna win now, right? Is Carpenter really a better option than Alexi Lafreniere? Carpenter hasn't played an NHL game in months.
Sorry, is Jake Decision better for you?
Yeah, he needs Jake the Snake in there.
Played a game in an NHL game in like a month or two.
Oh, it will be one of Lecision, Carpenter, or whoever else.
Ryder Korczak got sent down, so it's not him.
Someone said Galanchi gets.
I don't think it was going to be him anyways.
Oh my god.
Carpenter will play next game over
kid line, aside from Kakko, the kid line's been pretty unnoticeable.
Yeah, tonight they weren't as good. Lafreniere looked good early, but he kind of tapered off. But Kakko looked good all night. He had chances. He had the puck the entire time. He was dancing.
He was trying.
Yeah.
More than most people say.
Thank you for the $2 dono. TDM.
Oh, that's Jojo. That's my brother.
Oh,
he said the pineapple pizza.
Oh my god. That didn't even register with me when I read that.
Oh my god. The fucking pineapple pizza.
Ugh. That was abysmal.
Hey, but we got to watch the Rangers win that night. It's more than we could say for a while.
Okay, do I have? I'm going on Saturday. Believe it or not, everyone, I'm going on Saturday. Do I get?
Yeah,
do I go to the same pizzeria and get the pineapple on pizza?
Yes, you absolutely fucking do. You absolutely do.
Oh shit, man.
Guys, I went to Rangers games 4 times this year, and they were 4-0. And then tonight, this was my 5th game, and they lost. I tried.
Oh, fuck, right, because you went to a game in Philly. Never mind.
I went to 2 in Philly, 1 at MSG, and 2 at Prudential. And they won the first 4, and then they lost tonight. I tried. But
you're undefeated at MSG, so go ahead and drop $16,000 so you can go to the game.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me just take out 2 loans from my bank.
Yeah, get your bank loan officer on the line.
I'll join Bay Shefsey in that CBS of his. Take out the second mortgage.
Oh, dude.
Okay, everyone in chat. I will eat the pineapple on pizza.
On stream?
Yes.
Do I stream outside the garden before the game?
We have to see it.
Okay, I'll at the very least get video proof and put it on Twitter if I don't live stream. I will put it on Twitter, some video proof of me eating it.
But before you do that, you gotta get shunned away by Mustang Sally's for not making a reservation, or how that place is called.
Oh yeah, true.
That was called, right? Mustang Sally's.
Mustang Harry's, yeah.
Mustang Harry's. I don't know where I got Sally's from.
Oh, I thought you said Harry. So
That's Sally's. I don't know where the fuck I got Sally's from. Oh my god. Dude, if I'm sorry, but dude, if they win after you have a pineapple pizza, you're stuck now. Then you'll be locked in.
I'm gonna tell Callahan to tell Greg Wyshynski that if the Rangers win the series, that he's got to do the dance and Larry dance.
Oh my god. This is fucking crazy.
That's Greg Wyshynski. He's everybody's favorite writer. Every Rangers fan's favorite writer.
Oh my god. I don't even know what to think. I got nothing. I've literally nothing in the tank. I need someone to bring up a talking point because I am out of everything that comes out of my mouth from here on out is gonna be negative unless it's like a really shitty joke. So I'm gonna let y'all talk and just chill because I'm like fuck, my head is spinning.
I mean,
well, Toronto lost tonight.
Did they really? What was the score of that game?
Toronto 4-2.
Oh wow, goals? What are goals?
yeah, I don't know what that is.
Haven't seen one of those in a while.
I think this is the year for Toronto, actually.
I said it on stream. I'm jumping on that bandwagon as soon as this thing's over on Saturday.
No, you know what bandwagon I'm hopping on? Like I told y'all motherfuckers, Seattle Kraken.
Oh,
What I tell you guys.
No, I'm rooting for. Trust me, that's my West team. I'm rooting for a Kraken Toronto finals. I'm in the deep with you. After Saturday.
That was an impressive win last night by Seattle, I gotta say.
Mustang Sally is a song.
There you go. So that must be where Mustang Sally. I forget who sings that song. I hear it with like a really like with a guitar riff in the background. Hold on.
Well, whoever sings it, you should just let them sing it.
Yeah,
you know?
I got a shitty voice.
Oh my god.
Wilson Pickett. There's a blast from the past.
Every analytical model was saying last year that the Kraken would be like first place in their division, and it's like with what? They have like spare parts, bunch of scrap
McCann,
pieces for a
Jared
roster.
McCann, baby.
And then Jared McCann popped off this year for what, like 30, 40 goals?
Completely popped off. Hey, you know who would actually be really like the solution to the Rangers' woes? Julian Gauthier.
No. No. Gauthier.
We could watch like 7 breakaways a game that just don't even.
My
like
boy.
Why? So he could draw 7 power plays for us to not score on.
Exactly.
Yeah. For real.
Oh my god, man.
See, freak, I can't even be positive about the fact that we have first-round picks for the foreseeable future. Who are we gonna ruin? Who are we gonna ruin?
Yeah, what poor motherfuckers on deck?
Yeah.
Who's
We
the
don't
next
deserve
right
Bedard.
now? No, we'd ruin Bedard. Oh my god. You know, actually, I hate to admit that person's right, but Tom Wilson would be kind of dope if we had any sort of money.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
at least then we could pretend like we're tough. Actually, that'd be sick.
Hoffman will be ruined next. Yeah.
Sad but true. Sad but freaking true.
God.
God.
All right, I made it back to the car.
Now that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, drive as far away from that fucking place as possible. Don't even look back.
I guess you're a Devils fan. Thank you for the $2, though, I guess. I mean,
I love how Devils fans' entire shtick is just saying Rangers suck. Like I saw somebody have a whole ass jersey, customized jersey printed out.
yeah, you could say in the back of the NHL Network.
No. Listen. Rangers suck. That was the nameplate on the back. 94. Rangers suck. 94. And I think he had some signatures on it.
I saw it on the broadcast, NHL Network broadcast. Yeah, I saw that.
Interesting.
It was right in my section, right below my section.
That's pretty wild.
I saw a Devils fan rocking a Trump jersey at the Garden.
I saw no. I saw that was in my train station. Yo, I came.
That's awesome.
I went to the station, and the first guy I see has a Devils jersey on, and I'm looking to see what's on the back. It says Trump. I'm like, Trump, and then it says 24. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's insane.
People are wild with these freaking jerseys, dude.
I'm like, that's hilarious, but like, what? They have like some obsession with like Ric Flair for some reason. I don't know why. Like they had a whole segment like during commercial, like Ric Flair,
dude.
Woo! And I guess that's why like Subban was like dressed in that exotic clothing that he had the other day.
Looked like a whole peacock. Yeah, that was pretty funny actually.
He looked like Santa.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Santa Subban.
Yeah, 1 since 40 is a big one too. Yeah. That's
What is that? How many years is that? That's 60 plus 23. Jesus, that's one cup in 83 years. Yikes.
You guys think I say this as a joke. I have a legitimate case I could build against my parents for making me a Rangers fan. Like I'm sure I'm sure I'd get some compensation for it.
Yeah.
If you or a loved one is in love with the New York Rangers, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Please call this number, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, my God.
1-800 Rangers suck.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I got the double whammy because I was raised a Mets fan as well. So I kind of got I kind of got the best of both. Or the worst
man, I got the triple whammy. I'm a Jets fan, too.
Yeesh. See, I think that's a problem. I think I was too much of a Giants fan as a kid. So I got my Super Bowls, and they were just like, yeah, you're not getting another thing for the rest of your life, kid. Enjoy it while it's here.
I can't believe Eli Manning likes the Devils. That's a disgrace.
It's a little weird. Isn't that like a little weird?
It's a disgrace.
You know what the Rangers need back and what would turn around the series? Justin Tuck.
He was at one of the games at the Garden.
Well, his big ass needs to be front and center behind the bench so I can see him run around when they score. Matter of fact,
Dable, I don't think Dable is going to be enough.
No, yeah, he was there at both games, and
Dable might have to take over as coach, like dead ass.
I think he's a great coach, Dable. I think he would do a great job of coaching a hockey team. I'm not going to lie.
Again, Devils fan, thank you for the $2 dono. Appreciate that. Thanks for money, I guess.
The Knicks, it all comes back to Fitz's proclamation. The Rangers and the Knicks can't be good in the same year. This is it. Remember, this is not a good year yet for the Rangers. If they lose in the first round, this is a failure. I heard people. I'm not a big basketball fan, but I was listening to 98.7. They're talking about how the Bucks lost in the first round. They were like the best team in the NBA, and apparently Giannis is saying that the season wasn't a failure.
Yeah,
it is a failure because you're the best team and you lost to the 8-seeded team. If the Rangers lose after getting Tarasenko and Kane, it is absolutely 100% a failure, a failed season, and there will be changes.
I can't believe after all the hype behind our trade deadline, like our pre-playoff show and all that stuff, like this is like really what we've succumbed to.
I know. We got it. All right. I'm gonna apologize. We got too ahead of ourselves. We thought we were in the clear. It's not true. The Devils are a good team. Maybe it's not our year. Fine. It's not our year. Okay.
This is exactly.
The Devils are a good team, and they can hang with the big boys. And that's what bothers me is that they figured out how to play in the playoffs so quickly. Because the Rangers, it took them a whole bubble series to figure that out. Yeah. And then a 7-game series against the freaking Penguins.
Yeah, we all talked out of our ass with that one with the Devils.
I know, yeah. It looks so much like a sure thing, man. I mean, 2-5-1 victories, that doesn't happen. And then you lose 3 straight? When's the last time that's happened?
It's just, oh my God. And to have the team that you have, like, with Tarasenko, Kane, Panarin, Zibanejad, Kreider, like that's your top 6. Trocheck, and you can't muster more than 2 goals in 3 games.
Someone in here said they need Aaron Rodgers at Game 6.
I don't think a prime Aaron Rodgers. I don't think anybody could save this team. Kane, Messi. Oh my God, we need something. Man, I don't know. To tell
Someone
you the truth,
on 98.7 is really talking about how the Devils could beat Boston. I am sick to my stomach, man. I am sick to my stomach, man. That's wild. I was talking about how the Rangers might be the only team that could beat Boston. Now it's the Devils.
I don't even think the Rangers could hold a candle to Boston right now. I don't even think they'd allow the Rangers in the same arena. I think if they would try to get in, they would be like, "You guys got the wrong place. This is for NHL teams."
Yeah,
You might be a little confused.
You're not wrong.
you guys think are the Rangers gonna have practice tomorrow? They should.
Dude, they fucking better. You know what? That tweet
I
went
think
out
the Lance
earlier.
gonna make them do gassers again.
Yeah, and we were called jerk-offs on Twitter for saying that more players should have been at that morning skate today.
Mm-hmm. That one
we were
dude,
told it's not a big deal.
Dude, I made like a pretty political comment about it. So, like, I was very like in between, like, I mean, personally, I think it's a little weird, but I'm also not an athlete, so I'm not gonna go ahead and speak out on it. And that dude like went off on me for no reason.
Oh no, what happened?
No, like I mean, I say went off. It wasn't that bad. Like, was it you or was it Nico that tweeted out about the optional skate today? Well, there was
Nico.
a tweet about the optional skate. He was saying like he can't. There's only like 4 or 5 guys there, and hold on. I'll read you verbatim when I replied. It was like I didn't even give like an edgy, like a rude answer. Literally, this is exactly what I said. So the original tweet was these dudes couldn't care less. I'm sick about the fact that we only had a few guys there. And the first reply was, I don't want to pass judgment, but I feel like this isn't a very good look after dropping 2 games. Then Core responded, I don't know what's worse, Gallant not enforcing it to be mandatory practice or the players not willingly showing up, ... whatever. And then this is my response that I didn't think would elicit any reaction. I'm caught between it looking like a lack of caring versus time at the hotel to focus up the rest before game time. IDK, I'm no professional athlete, so I dare question how they prep for a game. But from the outside looking in, my first reaction is that it's an odd look for 2 playoff losses. And then this dude goes, it's really not that big a deal, bud. Like, what did I say that even elicited that? I just find like I think bud is just such a derogatory way of I don't like that. I think it's a demeaning word.
It's not that big of a deal.
I'm offended. I'm shook. I'm hurt. Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't think it was like that bad to elicit a reaction, but I guess it did. I'm triggered. I gotta go to my safe space. But still, I don't know. But yeah, for practice tomorrow, yeah, I think there should be a practice, or there needs to be a team meeting, or a team something, a team wake the fuck up, a team alarm clock set maybe.
I want them to be woken up tomorrow morning like they're in fucking military camp.
Yep. Could you imagine?
All right, guys, I'm gonna get going. I gotta drive home.
All right,
It's good
sounds
talking
good.
to you.
Drive safe, Joey D.
Rangers. I'm hoping we get a comeback here. Don't give up on them yet. Don't give up on them yet.
God bless your soul, Joey.
I'm trying,
right.
Joey.
Make sure you get extra pineapple. Python. All right. See you guys later.
Have a good night, Joey. Oh, God bless his soul for being able to be positive. I'm not there.
Like man, like I need that level. I just don't have it in me. I think I just get too worked up over these Ranger games. So I commit too much of my life to caring about this fucking team.
Me too. I went into this game so negative. Like my brother was getting so pissed off with how negative I was the entire night, and I'm like, man, I can't hold it back.
It's like, but what else could you feel? Like after what we saw the last 2 games, not even counting this game, the 2 games before this, like how could you have any expectations whatsoever going into this game? Like any at all?
Nope. And I had a bad feeling when they dropped game 3. That this was gonna, like, from that moment even, I had a bad feeling.
You felt
the series
shift.
Yeah, I had a feeling this series was gonna start to take a shift, and sure enough, here we are.
So and then we'll do nothing but hear about it for the next fucking 2 days.
Even if they win this in 7, I can't celebrate. I can't.
Because it shouldn't even have gotten to that point, even if we get there. Not that I'm saying I wish it wouldn't, because I wish it will. And I hope we win, and I hope we move on, and I hope that we can look back on this and have a good old chuckle about it. But I feel like I know this team too damn well, and that's not going to be the case.
Yeah, and like Statboy Steven keeps saying, it's hard to win the cup when you win the first 2 rounds, if you go 7 games in one of the first 2 rounds, so.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, teach Brunson how to skate. because the Knicks actually, it's funny that we're sitting here talking about the Knicks being better than the Rangers right now. The Knicks actually have care and know what it means to play in New York. Something that the Rangers don't know.
I thought the second there's expectations attached to the Rangers, it's just all hope is just out the window at that point. You can't give the Rangers expectations because then you'll always be disappointed.
Yep.
God, it's just so fucking sad. Well, what do you think? You think if the Rangers get bounced in the first round, Gallant's gone?
He better be.
Don't think of this from like an opinionated thing. Think about like realistically, like yay or nay. If you're critically thinking about it, do you think the Rangers part ways with Gallant?
I mean, how could you not?
See, that's kind of where I'm at.
Because you choked a 2-0 series lead yet again. Your team has shown no urgency since game 3. And Dolan said going into this thing, it's cup or bust.
Yes.
And around one loss to your cross the river rival, if that doesn't get heads to roll, I don't know what will.
I agree. And you know what, too? I'll even say this. We could realistically say the Rangers' regular season was disappointing. I mean, you go to the conference finals last year. You have a really good chance to beat Tampa. You fucking blow it, but you're forgiven because you're still getting better. And after going to the conference finals, you're pretty much expected to win the division, and you finish third in your division.
Yeah.
So you could argue the regular season was disappointing. Now, granted, how you finish in the playoffs matters significantly more than how you finish in the regular season. But if you stack a first-round exit on top of not being able to get far in the playoffs, then yeah, it's a pretty bad luck, especially with the talent that he was given.
Yeah, he was handed a Lamborghini. Like I've said, ever since the deadline, he was the only way this thing was going to get fucked up. And sure enough, and this is a good point too, Freak. Gallant was 1 or 2 losses away from being fired in November. There was a report or whatever that if they lost that St. Louis game, chances were very likely that he was out the door after that game.
I wonder who they even consider as a replacement. Who are some coaches like maybe they stay off of the coaching carousel and they go for like an outside option. But I don't even know who they consider.
Might have to. Because the only guys with experience that are really available, you have what's his name, Peter Laviolette, who was just fired.
Oh, God, no.
Please no with that.
God, no.
And I saw in chat, I was about to say the name, Quenneville, but there's a lot of major things with that I'd like to point out. One, he hasn't been reinstated by the league, so that's a huge thing. 2, there comes a lot, and I mean a lot of bad PR with Quenneville after everything that happened. And 3rd, I don't know if Quenneville's from a coach is even the guy, because Kane has talked about time and time again. He talked about it a lot when he got here, how Gallant's practices felt similar to Quenneville and things felt similar to the Quenneville era. So if you're just going to have a similar style of play with Quenneville as you do with Gallant, what's the point of making that coaching change?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
The only other coaches that were fired, which you're definitely not picking up the phone to get Dallas Eakins. You're definitely not picking up the phone to get what was the other coach that was fired? I don't know why I'm blanking. Which team fired their coach?
Dallas Eakins got fired by Anaheim. Brad Larson, did he get fired by Columbus?
Yeah, Brad Larson. Yeah, Trotz isn't available. He got hired by Nashville as the GM.
He would be great.
Otherwise, he would have been the guy.
I wonder if St. Louis fires Craig Berube. If they fire Craig Berube, I'd be all over him, dude.
1,000%. I don't think they're firing him, though.
Yeah, I don't think they will either.
Sullivan would have been the guy, but it doesn't look like he's getting fired. Granted, things could change because the new regime could come in and say, hey, we want a new coach. I think it's unlikely because of how great Sullivan is as a coach. And I also think ownership loves him. And the fact that they just extended him to a 5-year deal, I think it's unlikely. They're going to have to think outside the box here.
I wonder. I don't know where they'd pick from. I don't. I can't think of any coaches that are like that. That's names are out there at a collegiate level or even a junior level that even come to mind.
The only other coach that has experience that I know that Nick raves about all the time and wants badly is Dan Bilesma, who's coaching the Coachella Valley Firebirds
Wow,
right now.
that's an interesting. Dan Biles was not a name I've heard in a long time.
He wants him badly. You'd have to, of course, get approval from the Kraken to hire him. So that's another problem.
Wow, that's an interesting one, actually.
I'm not sold on Bilesma either, but
To tell you, I wouldn't even know. I don't know. I think they'd go outside the box. I think
I agree.
knowing Chris Drury, he'd probably pluck someone from NCAA.
Yeah,
Like typically
and
how Drury operates.
yeah, or he'll either pluck an assistant coach maybe from another team too.
Right. Oh, man, I can't believe these are conversations we can even like fathom having right now.
Considering how high two are for Gallant, yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
in hindsight, I had this conversation with Nick too. In hindsight, it was such a obvious decision
Mm-hmm.
to not be so blinded by Gallant's magical run with Vegas
Mm-hmm.
and to just go out and bring John Tortorella back.
Yeah, or just do something different to go outside the box. Dude, I was part of it too. I was a big Gallant fan, but not for what he did in Vegas. I was a Gallant fan for what he did in Florida years before.
Yes.
And I was really thinking that he was going to be able to bring what he brought with Florida here, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think of him as a good coach. He's just not the right fit for the Rangers.
I don't even know.
It's just a
He's
weird team too, and you know it's like I don't know. I don't even know if the Rangers could succeed going forward with this roster. Like
That's what I was saying.
at some point, Laffy, Kako, and Tito have to be given like they've just take the fucking training wheels off. Like, listen, this is your team now. Let's see if you can do it. If they can't do it, you got to get rid of them because you got to commit to something sooner or later.
Yeah, I think that I know that's hard with the fact that they were in the conference finals last year, but they have to take the glasses off and open their eyes and
Hmm.
just look at this like we got absolutely smoked in that bubble series against Carolina. And you even date back to there. Panarin, Zibanejad, guys like that, they were non-factors in that bubble series.
Hmm.
Non-factors.
Hmm.
Last year, the Pittsburgh Penguin series, Pittsburgh probably should have won that series.
Right.
Probably. They should have won that series. Louis Domingue was horrendous for them. They lost their captain for game 6 and most of game 5. Game 7, he was not playing anywhere near 100%.
Hmm.
And they probably should have lost that series. Carolina, I'd say, was their most complete series last year.
Yes. Start
And
to
then
finish.
they got waxed by Tampa Bay. They have to look in the mirror and say, realistically, this core has played one good round of playoff hockey.
Hmm.
One. And that's over the course of now the bubble series, 3 series last year, this 5 playoff series. They have to take a hard look in the mirror and say, I don't know if this is it. I don't know if this core is it.
I just can't believe they fucked up like what looked like one of the most promising rebuilds in history.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Like it should have worked. Should have worked, and they somehow messed it up.
and there's still time for them to
Oh,
salvage
there's still a ton of time. Yeah.
this rebuild. But I think that they seriously have to explore taking a step back. And it's going to suck as fans. The problem's going to be Dolan.
Yep.
We know
You won't
Dolan
want
is not going to want this to happen. But if they want to be better for the foreseeable future, they have to take a hard look in the mirror, take a step back, kind of like New Jersey did. They made the playoffs in the 17-18 season,
one.
and then they didn't make the playoffs for a couple straight seasons. Now they're back. The Rangers have to consider doing something similar, taking a step back and just retooling and making this more about the kid line, making it more about them. Let Hoffman come in, let him get a big time role, let Braden Schneider. The problem is you can't move these guys. Like that's the issue.
No.
You can't move
Cannot.
all these guys, and I can't believe we're having the conversation, but
Sucks.
they really need to find a way to move one of Panarin, Kreider, Zibanejad, or Trouba this offseason. They have to.
Bunch of really good comments coming right now. That Mark, the ones I'm looking at, the Mark Movil, is it? Yeah, Mark
This one?
Movil. Yeah, that's a great comment. Alexander Gustafson had a good comment. Agent Smith had a good comment right there. Like a lot of good comments rolling in. Yeah, when are we going to learn? Been there many times. Fans of the '70s. God bless your soul. We don't need
No.
see now. That's exactly the point that I was trying to get at. Like Tarasenko and Kane, like those like should be playoff guys, fine, but. God, I don't know. I was not satisfied at all with the lack of guys that like you think of like think about Pittsburgh, right? Like when they went on their back-to-back cup runs. Sure, they had Crosby, they had Malkin, they had Kessel, but it was fucking Carl Hagelin, it was Connor Sheary,
Nick
it was
Bonino.
Nick Bonino, Gensel on the come up. It was like guys like that stood out and made
Yeah.
monster differences. And by them playing as well as they did, they opened up ice for their top guys. The kid line's not doing that for us this year. That Alexander Gustafson comment's really good too. Galan is not a superstar kind of coach. That's a great, that's a phenomenal fucking comment. And it's 100% right.
Yeah. That's a very great comment too.
Mhm.
And the
Like
problem is that I can't see them moving any of these players this offseason. It feels like they're just going to run it back, and they might just do a coaching change because it's easier to replace one guy than 23 guys.
Frank Bleach made a good comment too that Fox and Igor are too good for a full rebuild. Need to do a quick yeah, like a little like a retool, just reload.
I said this
Just
to
reload.
Nick also. I don't care if they crawl into the playoffs, as long as they have guys that are going to win you the 16 most important games of the season.
Exactly.
That's what you need. And look at the Islanders. They crawled into the playoffs back-to-back years. Conference finals with a well-coached team and with guys that were hungry to win those 16 games. Granted, they didn't win it, but still, they got
pretty
far.
damn close. They were a goal away against Tampa.
Yeah, they were very close against Tampa Bay. And we know that if they beat Tampa Bay in that series, they would have beat Montreal easily.
It wasn't
Easily
even,
would
it
have
wasn't
beat
even
Montreal.
close. And that would have been a walk for them against Montreal the way they play.
Yeah. And the only issue with their team was they just didn't have enough talent up front. But you could find guys, because there are guys with talent of Panarin's level that could do it in the playoffs. Patrick Kane was one of those guys in his prime. There are those guys. They just have to find one of them. And I don't know how you do it because they don't grow on trees, but
No, they don't. But you know what? Like we definitely have the young guys like in place. Like you have guys like Schneider that plays really hard. A guy like Ottman coming up. A guy like Will Cooley. Like and Adam Sikora. Like their draft picks were very much to build the team of guys like what we just described. Guys that might not be superstars, but are going to play their fucking asses off.
Yep.
In the playoffs, no matter what. And those, I think, the guys you need to win. Like the guys like the Callahans, the Dubinskis, the Haglins,
Unique
the
character
Zuccarellos, the
guys.
Brassards. Yes, dude. This team doesn't have a Derek Brassard. I was hoping that Vinny Trocheck could be that Derek Brassard, but he's not.
Yeah, they don't have enough character guys. That they just don't have enough guys with heart. Like, you look at the old core, you had guys that they played with fucking pride when they put that jersey on. They played with pride. Morty Stanley, the smallest guy on the ice, biggest fucking heart in the playoffs. Matt Zuccarello. What a fucking mistake getting rid of that guy was.
What an L. And what an L not trying to even bring him back after they fucking traded him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't make any sense. And you know what, too? Like, this is something that's crazy, is that, like, the 2014 Rangers, right? Because we were just talking about them. I could still go back and name that entire roster, and that's almost a decade ago. In a few years, we might not remember this roster if they go out this sad. But I could name the entire 23-man roster from 2014. I could do it in a second. This team especially if they lose and get eliminated round one. It'd be pretty damn forgettable.
I think there's a legitimate conversation that we'd remember the 2014 roster more than last year's roster in a few years removed.
Dude, 100%.
Because again, they just had the character and heart. It's just that
Everything. It had everything.
yeah.
You didn't have a single like that 2014 team. There was not a single player on that team or a single line we rolled out where I was like, it's a bad matchup. Not a pair on defense, not a fucking line. Every time they were out there, I felt comfortable and confident.
Yeah.
Like, dude, even the third pair was John Moore and Kevin Klein, and that was a good fucking D pair. Like, they were solid.
Yeah.
Stahl, Girardi, McDonough, Strawman, like it was just like top to bottom, just a solid team, and everybody wanted to win. Dude, the fourth line, you had Boyle, Carcillo, Dominic Moore, Derek Dorsett, the Pouliot, Broussard, Zuccarello line. Like, oh my God, Kreider, Stepan. Who was with Kreider and Stepan? Was it Hagelin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kreider, Stepan, Hagelin. Then you had oh God,
Nash, St. Louis.
Nash, St. Louis, and Brad Richards.
Yeah.
I just don't get it, man. It's not even like we're asking for a whole lot. Just want guys that give a shit and try.
Yeah. Because every shift, those guys gave their fucking all.
Every shift. No one was new. Even Rick Nash was playing hard, and that dude had all his concussion issues and shit.
Yeah. How many fucking block shots did Dan Girardi have?
Oh my God, dude, 100 a night.
Yeah.
And like we definitely have guys on this team right now that you could build into that mold. If the mold of the 2014 team is what you're going for. But
Sure.
I just don't see that same attraction to that 2014 team that I see with this team, despite the star power and the potential of this team. I just don't see that want and hunger in this team that I saw in that 2014 team. And I think that's the big separation between the two.
Yeah. I mean, the only guys on this team right now that I could point to and say, I mean, you touched on a few of them. Ryan Lindgren
Yep.
is definitely one of those guys. That's for damn sure.
I think
Fox.
Tyler Mott. Tyler Mott's like you're pretty much your Dominic Moore.
Yeah, he needs to come back next season.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely needs to.
There's a guy that will do anything to win. He just plays his nuts off. Even Gaudreau, even Barkley Gaudreau to an extent. You know, even when he's not taking dumb penalties, at least he's trying hard. And he's invested in the game.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but Jimmy Vesey's very replaceable on that fourth line.
Yeah, especially in these playoffs.
He's definitely he tweened off towards the end of this year in the postseason. I mean, forget it. He's looked so out of place this postseason.
I think you put a guy like Brzezinski in his spot. Like Brzezinski's another guy that just skates his nuts off and doesn't stop.
That's the one. I think that's the move that they need to make for Game 6. Put Brzezinski in for Jimmy Vesey.
Just to get a little bit of energy. You know, just like get up. Like, dude, we give up a goal. What was it? Was it 39 seconds officially? Was that the official number? 39 seconds in.
Probably, yeah.
It was so fucking bad. Like that's so deflating. But then if you have a shift where you go out there and you got a guy like Brzezinski flying, causes 3 turnovers and gets like 2 chances, like that kind of gets the guys going a little bit, you know? Like we didn't really there was no response to giving up that goal. There was none.
Yeah. Someone said, get Mike Babcock. He retired.
Oh my God. Remember the Bab socks? Oh my God. That guy's a fucking maniac. That guy would not want near an NHL locker room.
Yes, more younger player team. Don't try to compete next year and year after and fix the missing pieces within. I agree, and I am co-signing that with you, Alexander, because it's for the better of this team if they did it. The problem is we're having this conversation. It's not going to happen. We know it's not, even though it's for the better. And I don't think it's because of Drury. I think it's just because of the guys above him that are going to be up his ass to keep this team competitive. Because Dolan is fucking ecstatic right now with how much money he's making, even though the Rangers might get bounced early, which, again, that's why Gallant's probably gone after this year. He is ecstatic from round 1 alone how much he's making between the Rangers and the Knicks. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way he's going to allow them to take a step back. I don't think he's even going to allow Panarin to get traded because that is jersey sales.
Mm-hmm.
That is ticket sales. That is so much for Dolan that I don't think that's going to matter. When in reality, if you looked in hindsight, if you got a player that stepped it up for the playoffs versus a guy like Panarin, you'd be making more money with how much playoff tickets sales would be going up. So
exactly.
That's the problem, though.
I'll tell you this much: the Rangers fan base is pretty much going to own the cap-friendly armchair GM space. Every other post is going to be a Rangers team this offseason if we get bounced.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I mean, it's rightfully so, too.
Just fucking, it sucks, man. It's such a good draft this year too. Like Washington, Philly, and Columbus, all divisional rivals, all are gonna have top 10 picks. So every team's getting better. We're we shouldn't we cannot be complacent. We've got to continue to get better if we want to compete. And that's a big if we want to compete. And I think we will. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, there's no reason we should not be able to compete. I just think you need to reestablish who's going to be the core of this team going forward and who you think is going to give you the best runs.
I 1,000% agree. And I think that the problem really, too, is that I could see them, not because of Drury, like I said before, but because of Dolan. I really have this bad feeling that if they're going to pick a direction, it's going to be the kids moved before the veterans.
God,
and they're going to try to build the team around that way.
Boston made that mistake when they traded Sagan and Dougie Hamilton away. Do not make the same mistake.
Yeah.
Do not. Just, oh my God. I could see it already. They trade Laffy away and he's automatically a 40-goal, 90-point guy. Could you fucking imagine? Kakko turns into the next Mark Stone.
Yep.
Just, I don't know.
And
it's got to make space for him on the roster, man.
Yeah. And the simple way to do that is I think the team next year is better off because we know they're not moving Panarin. We know they're not moving Kreider, Zibanejad, or Trouba, even though they should move one of them. We know it's not going to happen. The ideal scenario at that point is you finally give up on this kid line thing.
Mm-hmm.
You put them in the top 6 already. You let somebody take Kane's spot on power play 1. You let Tarasenko walk 2. And I know everyone loves Tarasenko. I know everyone loves Kane, but this is for the better of the team. Mm-hmm. If they let these two, Kakko and Lafreniere, that is, finally just jump into that top 6 role, I think even Hedl should be in a top 6 role next year. I think move Trocheck down to the third line, create a matchup line as your third line, keep the band together for that fourth line, and plug and play there. I think that's your best look for next year, assuming they don't make any drastic changes. I think that is your best case scenario. You bring Mott back, keep that fourth line together. For the third line, Trocheck, I don't know how much time Othman's going to get. Maybe you put Othman there, and then you find someone to play to the left of them, or Othman maybe plays on the left, and then you find someone to play to the right of them. Who knows? Whichever way you do it. Mm-hmm. You find someone to play on the wing there, and you're looking at just to throw lines out there. Kreider, Zibanejad, Kakko, Panarin, Hedl, Lafreniere, question mark, Trocheck, Othman, and then the fourth line still intact with VC, Gaudreau, and Mott. Dude,
maybe you put Will Cooley in that mix somewhere.
Maybe he could be on that third line, or you put Barkov Gaudreau on the third line like you signed him to do, and then you put Cooley on that fourth line.
And I know he signed overseas, but if he has an NHL out clause, maybe Lauri Pajuniemi.
I think didn't he leave to go back overseas after this year?
No, he's got a contract, but most of those European contracts have an NHL out clause. So I wonder if they can I wonder if they can get him just to come to training camp to see if he can crack the NHL roster, and then if he doesn't crack it, he just goes back. I don't know how that works. So that's definitely a Stat Boy Steven question.
Yeah.
But
And
it would be
he
nice.
has Laurie Niemi's first preseason puck too.
Mm-hmm. Paniami's a good player, dude. Like he's got an NHL shot. He plays pretty hard. You know,
Yeah.
you know who would be a really good guest and someone definitely for an off-season chat would be to bring on Ricky Milliner, the guy that covers
Yes.
the Harvard Wolfpack. I've tried for 2 years now to get him on, and we could just never get our schedules to line up on my channel. I would love to chat with him for a little bit and talk Wolfpack.
Yeah. We
Dude,
doubt.
even if the Rangers get bounced and the Wolfpack are still in it, that would be a great guest to just have on and talk with.
I'm definitely buying that AHL. Those AHL games to watch the Wolfpack at that
Mm-hmm.
point. Although I might be so down in the dumps that I won't even want to watch hockey. I don't know. Saturday's
Hopefully,
about to be a funeral, man.
hopefully it won't get to that point. Hopefully the Rangers somehow surprise us and that this whole depressing live stream was all for naught.
I pray to God we somehow pull a miracle out of our ass, win the cup, and we could just look back at this live stream and laugh at how depressed we were.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the best thing ever. But
Darn, Rangers did it to us again. I just don't think that's going to be the case.
no, I
I
mean,
fear it's not.
I think that even if we do get out of round one, whether it's Carolina or the Islanders, I don't feel good.
Neither do
And
I.
especially if it's the Islanders who are a trapping team. The fact that we struggled this much against New Jersey, the
Mhm.
Islanders trap better than New Jersey does. Yeah.
I mean, there's no easy path. At least when the Rangers play like this, when they what do you call them? You call them the cardiac Rangers. When they play like this, it's just fucking.
Yeah.
It's hard to have any faith in them when they play like this.
11 million to choke in the playoffs, but do we get to the playoffs without his 92 points? Look at the older team, man. You didn't have guys that were putting up that many points.
No, you didn't.
And they were making deep runs time and time again because why? They could win you the most important games of the season.
Mm-hmm. I mean, dude, think about the LA Kings teams, right? That won their 2 Stanley Cups. Did either one of those teams have a 40-goal score? Did
That's
either one of
how.
those? Did either one of those teams? And I'm actually a genuine question. This is not a rhetorical question. Did either one of those teams even have a point per game player? Obviously, the Penguins had Crosby, so that's not even a question.
Maybe
Um,
Kopitar.
Maybe Kopitar. Like you don't necessarily. I mean, I definitely think you need top guys, but
Sure.
I don't think one superstar puts you over the edge. Not in the NHL, at least.
No, this isn't the NBA. It's
Mm,
again the Islanders too. Back-to-back conference finals runs. Who did they have putting up? I don't even think they had a guy reach 70 points in their conference final runs.
no, I don't think they might not even had a. Well, probably Barzell hit 60 something. But you know what, too? Like at least with the Panarin contract, if the COVID cap, the flat cap bullshit doesn't happen, his cap hit does not look nearly as bad. But because of the
Yep.
situation we're in now, like you got to play with the hand you're dealt. And the hand we're dealt is his contract has not gotten better, unfortunately. And he's not getting younger. He's 32 now.
I
Will be
32,
32.
yeah.
You know, it's not getting younger. But then you got to find someone, and I'm sure there would be someone that would take him, but then you got to convince him to waive his no move clause. I don't know if that happens. And then
And the
also,
problem
it's
is
like
if you
never
move
know.
Panarin, the only teams that could afford that contract are teams like the Anaheim Ducks.
Mm.
He's not going to go to Anaheim. He's not. It would have to be. I mean, I'm sure Vegas will find their way if they hear Panarin's on the market,
Right.
though. But even then, like he chose New York for a reason.
Yep. Took less money.
The only destination that I think he would consider going to, because it was a second choice in free agency, is the Colorado Avalanche. That's about it. But
Yeah.
they just made McCann the highest paid player.
Yeah.
Howard Landeskog too got a big contract. They're not fitting that contract in, and I'm pretty sure they're Rantanen's going to be due for a payday at some point if he's not getting paid
Mhm.
already. So you have no
It's a sh-
room there
It's
in
a shame
Colorado.
too, because man, if Panarin could just fucking produce in the playoffs, he's such a good player. Like he is such a great fucking player, but he gets in these modes where he doesn't shoot, or then when he does shoot, it's like a bad choice for a shot. It's like, I don't know, man.
Like tonight,
Yeah. Oh, God.
I just his best years in the playoffs were under Torts.
Mhm,
So
yeah.
I really wonder if he had beef with Torts, and that goes in hand of why the Rangers didn't end up bringing back Torts too.
I don't know. Tortorella always spoke so highly of Panarin. if you remember. He like Tortorella and Panarin, like I think they got along because even Tortorella, um, I think
He
he was
was
trying to convince
very
Panarin to stay.
pissed when he was very pissed when he left.
Hmm.
Very pissed. And Agent Smith, this is the opposite. If anything, Dolan would become more hands-on with the Rangers if the Knicks
Yeah.
start having more success. And that's the problem here. And Anthony, you nailed it. JD had different ideas, but Dolan
Mm.
said no way.
Yep.
And if they just let JD and Jeff Gordon stick the course and do their thing, we're definitely in a different spot here.
Like Jeff Gordon and JD orchestrated the Braden Schneider trade. I don't think anybody saw it working out as well as it has so far.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely orchestrated some bad moves. They've also orchestrated some good moves, but again, I would have rather of them just stick the course of this rebuild
Yeah.
and not do what they're doing now, because like you want to be competitive for decades. You don't want to just be
Mm-hmm.
a team that like the St. Louis Blues where you get your cup and then that's
Falls
it.
apart.
We're done here. No, you want to be competitive for a long period of time and potentially have a dynasty. But the reality is that they're just not going to be built for that unless they take a hard look in the mirror this offseason and they act on it. But we know Dolan's not going to let it happen.
Because you know what? John Davidson was the reason St. Louis was as good as like he built St. Louis from the ground up. He was the reason they were as good as long as they were. He was the reason Columbus was, got to where they got to. And him and Gordon,
Gordon
they had
built the
framework.
Bruins too.
Yeah, he did.
Didn't he draft in one draft? He got like Marchand,
something like that.
Traded for Tuukka Rask. Like there was like this video I remember watching how it was like titled "How Jeff Gordon Rebuilt the Boston Bruins in 9 Days."
Just fucking, I don't understand. I still think that's going to go down as one of the just dumbest moves in Rangers history is getting rid of those two. And John Davidson, a guy who was like so like close to and ingrained in Rangers red, white, and blue, and they just fucking fired them because they didn't like that. They weren't approving of the stupid shit that fucking Dolan put out. Which, like, I understand, but there was a way to go about that.
I still think it's more than just that. I still think it's the fact that Dolan wanted this rebuild to end.
Nope.
He wanted it to end. And that's the sad part because Pavel Buchnevich is still a Ranger if JD and Jeff Gordon are still here. I really wonder what this team looks like right now if they were still at the helm. I really wonder.
Bet you the Jack Eichel trade gets done.
Really?
Not that I know if that really. I don't know how that changes the course of Rangers history, but yes, I think it was pretty clear that Jeff Gordon and John Davidson were pretty deep in getting Jack Eichel.
That would have been interesting. Although part of me feels like he would be the number 2 center right now, and they wouldn't have brought Trocheck in.
Now that I don't know. I think if they don't get Eichel, they still pursue Trocheck. But I don't know what they do before then. Like I don't know.
Or they might have kept Strome around, which would have been a nightmare. But
oof, God, I really don't know. I think they had the right idea though, because I think they were also built into that wanting 16-game players thing, and that's why they made the Schneider move when they did. And I wonder if they make the Ottman move. Like I wonder if they stick that course because they also drafted Will Cooley. So like they clearly the framework was already set in terms of a drafting perspective, in terms of drafting like guys that play hard, like the Schneiders, the Othmans, the Coolies. So I bet you that doesn't change, but the NHL personnel, I bet you changes.
Yeah, it looks drastically different right now.
Do you think they hire Gallant if it's JD and Gordon at the helm? Because they're not the ones that hired Gallant.
Nope. I think that there could have been, just because of the connection in Columbus, there could have been a chance Tortorella ended up back.
I to tell you the truth, I bet you that ends up the case.
Yeah, and it would have been for the better of this team because they would have been way more competitive than they are right now. Like, think about that too. Like, they might have been sticking the course too, more of this rebuild, and they'd be more competitive, and it would have been for a longer period of time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh God, just to reminisce and just think about how things could be different. I mean, not that I'm complaining because we had a really exciting playoff run last year, but God, it just makes you wonder. I mean, I do fear that Dolan's ineptness is really going to cost this team like it has the past 30 years.
Yeah.
Dude's such a piece of shit. Can't just fucking sit back and worry about his fucking business. He's gotta focus on ruining the Rangers and the Knicks.
Yep.
Hope he sells the team. I would love that if he sold the team.
Steve Cohen, please
Oh, dude.
buy another team
He can afford it.
because he is the definition of a guy who just sits back and lets everyone.
Mm-hmm.
He literally said it from the day that he walked in office. I'm gonna let the baseball guys do their baseball thing. I'm not gonna get involved. If they ask me to open the checkbook on someone, I'll either give the approval or not, but I'm not gonna step in and make decisions. That's what he said. And that's how that's how ownership should be.
Yeah.
And Gabe, we've been talking about this for the past like 40 minutes. Pretty much that Panarin needs to go.
Yeah.
Davidson drafted Tarasenko.
So there you go. And Tarasenko was not an early pick in the first round. I think he was was he 21st overall?
Something like that. Oh, I know. So we got Dylan McIlrath at 10 instead. This organization just time and time again. Core genuinely asking this: what happened to the Mika one-time power play? Like, what happened? Panera is not a one-timer guy.
Ask Mr. Gallant, who apparently has no input on anything power play related.
Yeah,
the head coach.
They're asking the wrong guys because if it were me as the coach, obviously that doesn't change, but and yeah, I think we're gonna look back at last year as a fluke. I think we're going now. And but Gallant got this team back-to-back 100-point season, so of course he's a great coach. No.
Which you'd expect nothing less with this roster than a 100-point season.
Yeah, seriously. And if anything, they underachieved from
significantly.
Yeah. That November they really dropped the ball in November and they underachieved, if anything. Like, if anything, they should have ran away with this division.
Mm-hmm.
And especially the post-trade deadline after the moves, you should have been on a heater like you were after last year's deadline, if not better.
Especially when the Hurricanes, they lose Svechnikov and Pacioretty. Like, how do you not take advantage of that? And we lose these mid-ass teams.
I can't agree. It definitely, right now at least, it's looking like a fluke until they prove otherwise.
You need big game players, man. You just need guys that just step up in the moments like this.
To think that we were literally here like not even a week ago talking about them potentially having this series in 4 or 5 games and having them in a chokehold, only for them to do this.
Could have had them in the Ted Nugent, man, the stranglehold.
Yeah. They could have kicked their teeth in, and instead everyone just decided to become invisible.
Just put your damn foot on their throat. They couldn't even do that, right? They dropped 3 straight.
Yep. And I know people keep crediting Shakira or whatever his name is, but like, I'm outside of tonight, it's not like they've tested him enough. Even tonight, they didn't test him at all in that third period. They didn't. You could argue they tested him better tonight, especially in the first and second, but that third period, nope. No.
You got to give Shakira credit for one thing, right? He's got a really fast chest. Like, it's probably the fastest chest in the whole NHL.
Yeah, at least the Rangers are testing that out, right?
Yeah. He's got very well worn in chest pads since they don't fucking hit anything else.
Dolan is going to be too greedy and look for too much money to sell the Rangers and Knicks. Going to end up with his kid, who we all already know is even worse than him.
Please, for the love of God, no. I beg of you, no. There's got to be someone Like I just want an owner who doesn't give a shit, is just going to sign the checks and fuck off. Like, we're not even asking for a whole lot. Like,
Yeah.
who owns the Tampa Bay Lightning? That's who I want. That guy doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. And they got the right guys in place too with Steve Yzerman.
John Cooper, man, that son of a bitch.
Oh my God. I'd kill to have a coach like John Cooper.
He would be the coach the Rangers need. That's a guy who knows how to coach superstars.
Yeah. Or Sullivan.
Yeah, facts. Sullivan would be dope. But I doubt he
Him and
I doubt
Cooper are
if
just not going to be available.
they're just not. They're
That's why
just
they're
not.
going to have to find their version of John Cooper one way or another. All I know is one thing: the next coach that comes in here has to be, and I mean has to be, a disciplinarian. They
Mm-hmm.
can't have this loosey-goosey stuff going on in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
They need someone that's going to control that locker room. They need someone that, and that, like, that's the problem too. If they hire a first-time coach, like they might have to, is anyone in that locker room really going to take a word he says seriously when he
No.
steps in? They need a guy like this. Is why I bang the drum so much for a coach with experience, because they need a guy that's going to go in there, command that locker room, and have respect from the jump. Like, that's why, man, it just kills me that Barry Trotz took that job in Nashville. It kills me.
He would have really been perfect.
Yeah, because he would have had respect from the players right off the rip, and it would have been all business with this team, and it wouldn't have been all buddy. It would have been about being a team. It would be
And
about winning,
buying
wearing that
in.
jersey with pride. Like, it would just be a completely different culture than what we have right now. Complete 180.
And I really think a lot of this chaos started with like the downfall of like losing like really good core players that played hard night after night was with the Buchnevich trade. I mean, say what you want about Buch, but that guy did not take a night off. He played so hard.
Yeah. And it sucks too that, like, Quinn sucked as a coach, because, like, he was a disciplinarian and he was able to hold guys accountable like that, but
Mm-hmm.
my God, he just sucked as a coach.
It was such a bad coach.
Yeah.
Shitty developmental coach. That's the problem too. The Rangers had a mix of guys that you needed to win now, and then also a mix of guys that need to be like raised the right way. And that's why I think not sending Laffy down for another year and not sending Kako down for another year, like calling them right away, was a huge mistake. Huge mistake. They both needed an extra year of development,
Yeah.
and they
They
didn't
did,
fucking get
and
it.
they fucked up.
They fucked up big time.
At least they may have learned their lesson with Othman, but
Let them over marinate. It literally it hurts nobody to let them over marinate.
yeah.
It's like cooking a steak and not checking it to see if it's ready to eat or not. It's like, yeah, throw it on the grill. It's good enough. Just take it off.
Yeah,
Just
seriously.
just eyeballing it, not venting it or anything. Just like, oh yeah, just take a bite. If it works, it works. If not, you'll have salmonella. You might die, but it's fine. Not salmonella. Fucking what do you get from eating raw red meat? I don't know. I'll ask the Liver King. Fucking freak show.
Yeah.
Oh
There-
fuck.
There's a bright spot. The kids have promise of Panarin goes, and we draft Othman and Coley. This team has potential, but big names need to go, including Captain Trouba. Trouba's a joke of a captain. He's a joke.
And I wanted to believe in Trouba, and he almost had me going for a minute, but it's just in a situation like this.
I
it's
was
not-
this close to jumping on that Trouba train. I was that close. But this postseason, nope. He's a joke of a captain.
You know what I wonder? If the Rangers do make some moves on defense, imagine, and I'm just playing pretend because I'm just shooting shit out of my ass now because I don't even know what to think anymore. If
Might as
you
well.
if you can get double salary retention, half and half, cut in half twice, and the Rangers bring back Brian McDonough and let him be like a third pair veteran, let him play the role of what Kevin Kline was for this team in 2014.
I'm slapping that C on his jersey again so fucking fast too.
So quick your head would be spinning.
Yeah.
Just imagine. That'd be pretty dope, actually.
And this is the thing too. Brendan Moore has a depleted team and is still having success right now.
Another great coach.
Yeah.
Great coach.
That's true. Brendan Moore was also available at the time, which I completely forgot about.
Oh, right. Because they didn't sign him right away.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure though Brendan Moore left money on the table to take that Canes job. I think other teams were offering, but he wanted to stay there, so it wasn't gonna happen. Unless they gave him like unless they gave him like $10 million a year, it wasn't gonna happen. Buchnevich trade is when everything went downhill.
It is.
That
Started it, at
reeked
least.
of a Glenn Sather move.
Mm-hmm.
I still think he orchestrated that trade, not Drury.
Me too.
Because Drury has just done so much right ever since that trade that it's like hard to fathom that he made that trade. Sather orchestrated that. I refuse to believe otherwise. And I think he orchestrated the Reeves trade and extension too.
Mm-hmm.
I think he orchestrated most of that offseason and not Drury.
Like L after L after L. And Sammy Blay, I give a pass to because of the injury. I give a pass to, but the Reeves, the Jared Tenorti signing, like it was just so blatantly obvious.
Jared Tenorti.
It was just so blatant. They were trying to do one thing and one thing only.
Yeah. It reeked of higher up than just Sather too. Reeked of Dolan. Why the Rangers won the Cup in '94? They had a hard ass coach, and that was Mike Keenan.
Iron Mike.
That's why I'm saying they need a disciplinarian. And yeah, we were blinded with what he did with that Vegas team.
Yeah, we were no superstars. Same thing in Florida. He didn't have superstars.
And keep in mind too, that Cup run was the only time that he won playoff series prior to being the coach of the Rangers. The only time. Florida didn't win a round. Didn't win a round in Columbus. Choked the 3-1 lead in Vegas. And also, let's not forget, Gallant got absolutely pantsed in the Stanley Cup Finals by Barry Trotz.
Yeah, like big time.
Sutter's not getting fired from Calgary, and even then, I wouldn't hire Sutter, considering he's saying things like, "Oh yeah, who's that number 79 guy or whatever it was."
Mm-hmm. On the right track with a disciplinarian coach, but not Sutter.
Yeah. Trouba's response in the locker room postgame was infuriating. I don't even want to watch their postgames.
I'm not watching.
I'm intrigued with what he said, but I'm gonna just look on Twitter if it's there. The last thing I want to hear is these guys say a bunch of cliches and talk out of their assholes. That's the last thing that I need tonight.
Not even fucking worth it.
Maybe tomorrow. No. I know tomorrow I'm gonna be in a worse mood. I know.
Tomorrow's Friday. Enjoy the day, dude.
I'm gonna be in a worse mood tomorrow. I'm going to be.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to not even think about it.
I was after Game 4. Although I think I'm a bit more numb because of what happened in Game 4. I think I'm a bit more numb.
It can only hurt so much.
I think Game 6 though is really when we're gonna feel it. That's gonna hit like a razor scooter to the shin.
This is like pretty reminiscent of the feeling I had when we lost to Pittsburgh in what was it, 5 games when we had Eric Stahl.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like I'm pissed off that it's happening, and inside I'm really angry, but on the outside I'm just so numb to it. I'm just accepting it for what it is.
For anyone that has confidence going into Saturday, by the way, I'm sorry, I might kill your confidence with, well, I might not, but Gerard Gallant probably. He at least killed my confidence even more if I had any left. So what he said tonight was, I thought we played a lot harder than we did the other night, but we couldn't find a way to get a goal. We had some traffic, and I thought the goalie played really well for them tonight.
Yeah. So that's what a coach says when his team loses 3 playoff games in a row. Oh, but good, they tried hard. That's good. It's good, Coach. It's real good, Coach.
Again, it's like it's Little League out here. Like, good job out there, little Timmy. Good job.
I know you missed that ground ball that was right in your feet, but at least you tried to bend down and pick it up.
Yeah. What a fucking joke.
It's so fucking bad.
This leadership group is fragile. The coach is fragile. Soft.
Everything about it is just it's hard to even think about.
Fucking soft. I can't believe it.
Fuck it.
I can't believe I thought differently of this group.
That's what's killing me. I'm going to bed. I
don't blame you.
Well, if you don't pain yourself to go into the Rangers game on Saturday, I am off of work, so I'll be watching the game start to finish. If you want to do a first period watch party, I'd be so down to do that. You let me know.
For sure. I'm probably gonna end up going.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna leave after that game because I know unless they win, I'm leaving early after the game.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting out of there.
Don't wait for them to raise their sticks like a bunch of fucking pussies.
Yeah. And we'll do a post-game live. It will be a bit later, but we will do a post-game. I'm going to stay live for a bit, for sure, though, right now. We'll get to some comments.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, brother. Till next time.
No problem. Have a good night.
Peace.
All right, chat. Let's, why is it all messed up right now? I can't have anything go right for me tonight, huh? Oh, that's why it's messed up, because of the fact. There we go. Forgot. Had to switch things up. All right, chat. Let's see what you guys have to say. I'm sorry that this is a long post-game show, but it's just the way it is. We have 70 people in here. If we could get more likes, really would appreciate it. I'm so aggravated, man. I really am. I believe too. I feel like a sucker. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy that we thought they learned a lesson from last year. Again, what was the point of going to the conference finals if you didn't learn a damn thing? What was actually the point? I don't believe in us, and I still feel like a sucker. Yeah. I mean, fair enough. We are suckers for... We're suckers for watching all 82 games and then plus with the postseason of this crap and spending money on tickets, merchandise, all of it, food in the arena, everything. We're all idiots. We're all a big happy family of idiots. That's what we are. Oh, my mistake. It was 2 shots in the third for the Rangers, not 1. Thank you, Alexander. I appreciate that a lot. It means a lot because I dread doing these post-game shows with losses like this. I dread it. But I do it. I do it for you guys because I know that you guys need the therapy as much as I do. Granted, I don't dread it sometimes because of the fact that I could get a lot off my chest, but still. What a fun time getting clowned by a bunch of Devil fans at the Rock tonight. Yeah, God bless you, Joey, every other Ranger fan that stepped foot in that building for tonight. God bless all of you because I have a bad feeling now that the series took a turn. Any Ranger fan that was going to show up for Game 6 is going to sell their tickets, and there's going to be a good amount of Jersey fans there. That building's going to be filled with some Jersey fans. Juan smiling during his postgame. Nice. Nice. That's my coach. That's my coach. Nick texted me. Let's see what he said. Maybe he wants to go live. He wants to get on Discord. Let me call him right now and tell him to get on the live stream. I apologize, chat, for the quick moment of break. Yeah. I'm still doing my post game right now. If you want to hop on the live stream with me.
Yeah, sure. Just give me like 5-10 minutes. I'll be on.
All right, I'll send you the link right now and then just join whenever. All right, see ya. All right. Let me quickly send Nick that link. I'm gonna be going for a while here. I need this badly. I need this badly. I wish I could explain it, Brandon. I wish. I'm just lost. I'm really lost. That's the thing, too. I know it's not over, Richard. I get it. But it feels like the beginning of the end here for this run. If you could even call it a run, because getting bounced in round one, I wouldn't call it really a run. But I know it's not over. They could easily turn this page here. Well, not easily. It won't be easy, but they could turn the page here and win the next two. But based on what we've seen these past two games, because game three they probably could have won, but especially the last two, I'm not there. I'm not there. And yeah, they just were lifeless in the third. Like, if they showed me any sort of urgency in that third period and scored at least a goal, maybe I'd feel differently. And maybe I'd feel a bit better. Like, yeah, okay, maybe we have some momentum riding into game six. They couldn't even really get a shot on goal, nevertheless score a goal. How am I supposed to feel good going into game six, you know? I'm about to feel embarrassed attending game six, Brandon. Don't worry. And yes, teams like that have shown character. They have. That's the difference. And part of that is because they just have better guys behind the bench. No. That if they had that mentality going into the third, that it's over the game already, no. Then no. There are teams that have came back from 2-0, 3-0 deficit. Early in the year, the Edmonton Oilers beat this exact Rangers team by coming back in the third period from a 3-0 lead. I think that was all in the third period. They might have had 1 second period goal, but regardless, it's possible to come back from a 3-0 deficit in a game. If that was their mentality going into the third, then I have even less confidence that they're going to win game six, because why would they go in with that mentality into the third period? They can't. Yeah. Truly is the second coming of Marty Brodeur. Oh no, it's over, but I hope I'm wrong. I've said it. I said it last post game. If they lose this series, especially in 6, everything no quit New York needs to go, needs to be burned down the smithereens, because why is your slogan even no quit New York? Why? For what? For what? That flag behind me is going to be down after this postseason. Don't worry. Don't worry. Maybe I'll take it down live in the post game on Saturday if they lose. And yeah, I saw that. He said in the post game that Schmid played fantastic. Yeah, okay. Okay. He played better than in games 3 and 4, sure, because he got tested a bit more. But again, still not enough. I can't even think of a high danger chance that they got in the game. I can't. The best chance they had was that Panarin chance that he gloved easily. Rangers need to play every game like an elimination game. Instead, they take leisurely skates and uncoordinated passes. And yeah, again, this goes on the leadership group that is softer than baby shit. This goes on the coach that doesn't do his job, because your job as a coach is to have them prepared. This falls on a lot of people. Yeah, of course there's going to miss the net too. Schmid was awesome, just getting shots directed straight at his chest. Yeah, if that's what we consider awesome. If we consider getting shots to the chest of the goalie successful for a night, I don't know what we're doing here. I don't. You could feel the years of letdowns and bitterness in those Devils fans tonight. They definitely didn't act like they've been there before. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to tell fans how to react and how not to. Like, at the end of the day, they're fans. They're going to go crazy. There's going to be fans that are even keeled. There's going to be fans that go overboard. There's going to be fans that are still pessimistic. At the end of the day, I'm not going to tell a fan how to feel, but they have every right to be happy right now. Their team just won 3 games in a row. They have every right to be happy. Can't say that they don't. And yeah, the Devil, it was the other way around in games 1 and 2. And now it's the Devils laughing at us. They're playing more with a chip on their shoulder, it feels like. Yep. Oh, yeah. It wouldn't shock me. I haven't scored a power play goal since game 2. Yep. It's like change something. Change something. Remember Barkley screamed to the bench, let's get going, and could see the shorty. That's how bad the team is built. Yeah. Yeah. It's pathetic. It's really pathetic. I'm so down in the dumps. Like, I can't even reach for anything positive tonight. I really can't. Like, no matter how hard I think and want to try, I can't do it. I can't do it. And God bless anyone that could. I'm not going to tell you. And I'm not trying to put anyone that's feeling optimistic down. Like, God bless if you're able to feel any sort of optimism right now going into game 6. For me, though, personally, not there. Not there. There's nights like this that really make me wonder why I bother. I agree, Core. Not a lot of positives. Yeah. And it just sucks too, because like we're so in it to win it with this team as fans, and we ride or die. We're here all 82 games plus, however long the season goes. We're here. And it feels like, as Ranger fans specifically, we just never get rewarded for it. It just feels that way. Feels that way. I know there's teams that haven't won a cup. I know that. But like, it's the fact that we're an original six team and we have the least amount of cups out of an original six team. And it's like, yeah. It's like, yep. Of course. We might be. Oh, serious Python. It's okay, man. It's not over yet. Get to sleep, man. You never know what could happen. I don't want to get sleep. One, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight after this. Two, I'm just going to wake up feeling worse. Aiden, I'm going to wake up feeling worse, to tell you the truth. And yeah, we're the wealthiest team. So couldn't even buy cups back when pre-salary cap worked for about one, but that's about it. They're not going to bench any of the first liners, but I think that Brzezinski needs to play next game over VC, like I said before. Yeah, Gabe, nothing was good to take away from this. I didn't even realize Philk went live. I'm going to have to watch later his final buzzer episode, because I know that he for sure was not happy. I know for sure he wasn't happy either. Hank is having an episode of PTSD watching these games. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Let's see. What else do we have in the comments? I'd love for them to scratch Panarin. Won't happen. It depends how they win game 6. If they blow the doors off of New Jersey, I'll have some confidence going into game 7. But if they barely beat New Jersey, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you. I need to find some new hobbies, man. I need to find new hobbies, because this is just not it. This hockey thing is not it at all. Sports in general, this ain't it. The Mets aren't going to make me happy. Football season's still time away. The Eagles, they made me feel happy and proud this past season, and I think they'll do it again. So maybe I'll have a bit of happiness again come football season. Basketball, the Knicks are on a bit of a run right now, so I'm feeling good there. But I'm not as into the Knicks as the Rangers, Mets, and Eagles. You know, like I'm just not as into it. So it's like I need to find a new hobby, man. I really do. I'm telling you right now, I need a vacation. I need a vacation. That's for damn sure. If anyone has any game recommendations, please let me know in the comments, because I would love some video game recommendations to help cure my my boredom in the time being, especially because the offseason might be here soon. Oh boy, am I going to need something. Yeah, definitely getting flashbacks of the Tampa series. What's going through Igor's mind, making huge saves in the third to keep him in it? Probably thinking wake the fuck up to the team, for the team in front. Probably thinking that. And to think this was the response to the nonchalant calling them out. Yes. Goes to show the amount of respect behind the scenes in the lockers, and that's beyond obvious that Gallant's not the guy. To God's ears, yes. Yes, neg type. Yes. And yeah, Brandon, it's funny. This is the worst I felt as a Ranger fan. I've been watching since 09. It's like, this is the worst. I am not athletic. I am not. I play hockey every now and then, but like, you know, I'm not the best out there. I'm really not. But that's something that I need to do. Get back in the gym. That's what I need to do. At least I'll have a lot of time during the off season. Get back in the gym. Come back for game 1 next season looking all beefed up, maybe. I don't know about all that, but still. I'm gonna need that. I definitely need to lose some weight here. I definitely do. Oh yeah, I'm not worried about having time for that vacation. Yeah. Curious what the offseason will bring. Seems to me after this disappointment, we want a pound of flesh. I don't know. Resident Evil 4 remake and Star Wars Master Survivor. I will definitely keep those two in mind. I wonder if I bookmark this. No, it just stars it for the live stream. Dang, I'm gonna take a photo of that just so I have some games in mind here. Everspace 2. Okay. Appreciate the suggestions, everyone. Because the only things that I play are sport-related games. And I dabble COD in there. Sorry, guys. Just texting Nick because he's having trouble getting in the stream, I think. I think he's good now. Let's see. Oh yeah, go on. We'll just switch the lines up. That makes me feel better. You and I both New York style. I hope I can laugh at myself for reacting this way. This one hurts more than others because this time we had expectations the first time. Yeah, that's true. That's a very fair point. Henrik Lundqvist is my favorite Ranger of all time growing up. 100% Lundqvist. He's the one that really got me into hockey. Tossed me a puck during warm-ups at my first Ranger game, too. I've always had a special place there. All right. What do you think of the post-game graphic that we got here?
I mean, it's right on. Not much to say about, we missed this team, or at least the core,
And you like the stats, too?
The stats? What are you talking about?
The no balls in New York, the 15,000 Igor taunts, and Shakira getting a shutout.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I wasn't able to watch today, but from what I'm hearing, I didn't miss much.
Nope, you missed them get bent over and fucked like it was a porno.
That's crazy.
That's what you missed. Thank you for everyone in the chat giving comments again. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this to remember this because we might be in for a long off season, so definitely will need things to keep me busy. But and yeah, I appreciate this that you're a Devils fan. That the last thing that's on my mind is blaming the refs for this loss. That's the last thing. I can't blame the refs when your power play is 0 for 12 in their last attempts as well. I can't blame the refs if they miss some calls. I can't. I mean, there's not much to summarize that you missed though from that game, other than the fact that they had a weird first goal. The second goal, Eric Hall was just all alone in front to tip that puck in. Third goal was a shorthanded 2-on-1 because Panarin cannot handle the puck.
Really? Shorthander, huh?
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
the fourth goal was an empty netter. And in the third period, the New York Rangers had one shot on goal. They had just as many shots as Igor Shesterkin had in the entire game.
Third period, you said?
Igor had a shot on goal in the game. That's the same amount of shots as on goal that they had in the third period, the Rangers as a team.
What the hell?
One.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
Just inexcusable.
I'm so disappointed.
You also got to look at the leadership, right? I mean,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, is it even possible Trouba gets stripped of the captaincy?
I was saying this when C-Jets and Joey were on. If they get bounced here in round one, which it's inevitable they're going to.
Yeah, right. You have to.
Heads have to roll, and one of the big four contracts outside of Fox has to get moved. That being Zibanejad, Panarin, Kreider, or Trouba. One of them has to get moved, and my vote is currently Panarin.
Panarin or Trouba for sure, but yeah.
My vote's more towards Panarin right now. I think Trouba, it's going to be more difficult to trade him, but if he does stick around, I definitely want that C off his jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a joke of a captain.
100%. And we knew it right from the rip. Like, this was the wrong choice.
I mean, yeah, and we got shredded on this show. We got shredded on.
No,
well, this actually isn't a podcast episode, but on the podcast we got shredded for
and now it's starting to show.
Yeah. And there is no captain on this team. There's not.
I mean, technically it should have been Kreider, but
I haven't even seen him the past few games. Yeah. I can't say anyone's deserving of the C.
At least right now, yeah.
Yeah. And Gallant's post game just made me feel seeing one of his quotes made me feel even worse. He said, I thought we played a lot harder than we did the other night, but we couldn't find a way to get a goal. We had some traffic, and I thought the goalie played really well for them tonight. If you think one shot on goal was testing Akira Schmidt enough, you should be fired mid-series. You should.
It's Tortorella, man. Where is he? I wish he had points, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, we say it now. Obviously, in the moment, I always speak to you about this. Gallant was the obvious choice in the moment, at least. But realizing like the problems we have now with him as the coach, it's like Torts was definitely the guy that we should have hired. But live and learn.
Yeah. Let me see if I could make this look. There we go. We're gonna be more zoomed in, but this might look better. This layout. Yeah. You like the other one more?
I like the other one.
Like this one more? Too zoomed in? Way too zoomed in, yeah. I just wanted to fill the box. I'm not gonna lie, it was annoying me. That's the only reason why.
No, I like this. I like it as it is.
Ooh.
That's Mookie, relax.
I've never missed Broussard, Pouliot, Zuccarello, Glass, St. Louis, McDonough, Girardi, Stepan Moore.
Yeah, like the first, Broussard, pull that comment up real quick. The first three names right in there. Remember how they played in the 2014 playoffs, dude? you see in the stats, no balls, except they actually played with some balls. Like
That's what we were talking
balls
about. That
out.
was a team that actually played with pride when they put that
Yeah.
jersey on.
100%, especially Brassard and Zook too. Oh my god, dude! Especially that third line was just insane, dude. They just turned it up, dude. It was just insane.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of the bigger reasons we got to the cup too, But what a shame.
I've been a fan for 50 years. My heart goes out to all you young people. You are in store for a lot of heartbreak, and that goes double if you're a Mets fan, also like myself. Yeah. Yep.
It's gonna be an interesting offseason if this is the end on Saturday.
Do we really think anything's going to happen? Do we really? The most is going to be Gallant losing his job.
You think? Well, off the air, obviously, we spoke about this already. I mean, you mentioned that Gallant will just stay regardless because
I
there's no
think
one
that,
available.
yeah, I think that
no one
Gallant
says-
might stay just because there's no one available. I still stand by that, but again, the most that they'll do is fire Gallant because
Yeah,
these contracts are just an albatross and they're unmovable. Who's taking Artemi Panarin after seeing what he's done this postseason and thinking they could win a Stanley Cup with him? Who?
maybe if you retain 50%, but that wouldn't be a.
That wouldn't be. You might as well just keep Panarin at that point.
Yeah, exactly. How many years left does he have?
3.
That's tough.
Starting next year, 3.
Yeah, of course.
Gallant probably stays and they fire the assistants. Won't be shocked by that too.
I don't
It's
know.
just the problem is there's no one on the market.
Well, if they fire the assistants, Gallant's just going to leave as well because he's the one that brought the assistants in. So, well, besides Gordon Murphy, was already there, but he previously worked with Gordon Murphy, specifically Mike Kelly. Obviously, he brought in and whoever else wasn't there because usually the head coach decides his coaching staff. But yeah, if the assistants go, they Gallant will just, I don't know. I guess they'll just mutually part ways if that's even. Well, yeah, that is a thing. Laviolette. But I mean, unless you bring someone up from the AHL, get someone to I spoke to you about this. Obviously, I don't know if it'll happen considering the season they've had in the AHL. You know the name I'm about to bring up Bilesma. Unless if they can figure some loophole to get him out of there and bring him here, because there's no one available. We're just gonna be in for a tough one here for the next year or two.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like a broken record this stream. Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's been the same story, pretty much since game 1, right? I mean, besides the opening night game, obviously, but just the inconsistency with this team, up, down, and it's crazy that it really trickled into the playoffs, and nothing has changed with this team, right?
And we thought something did.
We didn't get what's up,
and we really thought after games 1 and 2 something did change.
We didn't. Yeah, it's we didn't get worse or better. It was just we were just the same. This is how the Rangers have been all season long. You play a great couple of games and then you just shit the bed the next few. It's how it's been all season long, and somehow it got us 47 wins, I believe. Right? We got 47 this year.
Yeah, whatever it was.
So which is crazy, and especially considering how Igor played this year. It wasn't his best year, obviously. I mean, towards the end he got better, but with a coach that gets us to play to our full potential, we're easily at the top of the Metro. Obviously, we're not in a position that we are right now, and we're probably
Sure, but I don't know how good of a playoff team we are regardless.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like if we got a coach that had us play to our full potential, then maybe we produce as a team a little bit more. Just because on paper this team is supposed to be good, but
This roster is so flawed and has so many problems.
yeah.
The leadership group is embarrassing. I mean, the coach is an embarrassment. The fact that he's getting outcoached by Lindy Ruff.
Yeah, and we clowned Lindy Ruff when he was here as an assistant. I mean, rightfully so, but it was just and now he's the head coach of a rival, and now he's actually beating us. Like, that's tough. That's tough. Either
Thank you for stopping by, Freak. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, either they're hacking into the cameras and watching our practices and knowing what to do out there in the next game, or Lindy Ruff is just simply out coaching, Galon, something we weren't expecting to happen, at least considering this team made it to the conference final last year. I mean, maybe should have been bouncing around one last year, but injuries happened for Pittsburgh and helped us. Carolina couldn't win a game on the road, which also helped, and we snuck game 7 by them. And Tampa was just Tampa, even though we were up 2-0. We should have probably had that series, but I don't know. Maybe we do win game 6 because this team likes playing from behind in the series all the time. We saw it last year, maybe this year as well. We haven't proved
I can't even celebrate if they win this series. I can't.
No, I mean,
unless they blow the doors off New Jersey in game 6 and 7.
Yeah.
There's no way I could celebrate enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they choked the lead again and have now lost 3 straight games. You blew it.
And it's funny because game 3 in this series, we could have easily won. And, they lose a game like that. And it was just like the end of the world, apparently, to them. Kind of like Tampa last year. They had them up 2-0 game 3. Could have easily wanted to be up 3-0, but they fumbled it. And they just said, screw it, our season's over. It's like they lose one game, essentially, after being up a couple. And it's like, no, the season's not over. Like, you should, come on, keep playing. But to them, it just seems like, one game after being up a couple it's over. So I don't know. I don't even know what their expectation. I mean, obviously they say their expectations is obviously, to win those kind of games, but it just seems like, they don't care enough. It's frustrating, dude.
Yeah, and
like I can't even gather my thoughts. It's just, I don't even know where to begin.
You and I both, I'm speechless right now still. Because it's like, I can't believe we're here in back-to-back series.
Yeah.
They've played one good series as a core. Out of 5 total playoff series, they've played one good series as a core. Yeah. And you could still argue that maybe Carolina, if they had a better goalie instead of Antti Ranta, would have won that series. This is why I'm saying if they really need to find a way to move one of these contracts, and they have to take a look in the mirror and take. I said it to C-Jets before. They have to. I don't care. They have to take a step back if they have. If they have to, then do it. If you have to take a step back, do it.
Yeah, because right now this team, if they're going to play this way, especially,
this core doesn't deserve another chance. They don't.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I also blame this on the coaching, but it's definitely a mix as well. It's like the players just seem like they don't care. I mean, the coach can't control. I mean, he can give them pep talks to wake them up, but coach doesn't control their effort necessarily. It's really up to the players, but I don't know. It's also the system they play in isn't great either.
What system?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Those are two of the last guys you should be mad at. Kaka was one of the better Rangers tonight. The very few that were, because the only other was really Igor Shesterkin. Be mad at the guys that are being paid the big bucks to lead the charge with this team. They're the ones letting the team down. Not Capo Caco, not Alexi Lafreniere. And we had ice cold takes on too earlier. He said when Igor Shesterkin took that penalty on Timo Meyer, that's when the series took a turn.
Oh, and you're talking about in game 3.
Yeah, that's when the series took a turn.
That's a fact. That's a fact because that led to the power play goal.
Yeah.
But even then, you can argue that penalty should have been on Timo just for, falling into him. You know what I mean? And didn't we have another instance like something? Yeah, with Igor getting ran into in game 4 and no call was made.
Yeah.
So you could say, it was Igor's fault or the referee.
I'm not blaming Igor for it. I'm just saying that's when the series took a turn and Igor is balled out. I know that he probably wants that Siegenthaler goal back that he let up in game 4, but
yeah,
he's done everything else right. And
he was right there. I mean, we couldn't help him. He can score, Simple as that.
He's gonna leave in 2 years. I know it.
I mean, he'd be a G for if he sticks around, but can't blame him if he goes. And then you hope Dylan Garand is the real deal.
Yeah. And yeah, we're agreeing that Mike Keenan would have never let this slide at all. John Tortorella never would have slide at all. Gallant's just not the guy. Clearly. And we've been beating the drum for a very long time. And it sucks because we were also the same ones beating the drum for the Rangers to hire him at the time.
Yeah. That was already 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Can't believe that.
I'm 1,000%. I don't know what exactly I'm going to do with this flag, but when they lose a series, that flag's definitely being taken off the wall.
Which one? No quit in New York?
Yeah.
Because there are a couple flags there.
Yeah, the no quit New York one.
Or you could just fix it and just mark it up as all quit in New York.
Or no balls in New York, whichever one. What a joke. I'm also, if anyone, maybe I'll do a giveaway, or I'll either do a giveaway or I'll sell all my no quit New York shirts that I have. Everyone, since they only gave out like 50 of them at games. Maybe I'll get rid of those because why the fuck would I want them? If that's the team's playoff or the team's slogan going in next year, fucking ridiculous. Yeah, but Luke, as part of Gallant's job is to have the leadership group be held accountable for what they're doing. Not just throw everything on the leadership group and say, yeah, you figure this out yourself. Because he's too hands off. And too buddy-buddy with everyone. He's not a coach. He's not.
He's like another teammate.
Yeah. And he thinks he's the main character too.
Yeah, like John Brancy.
Yeah. Isn't it gonna rain on Saturday too? How fitting would that be? Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna rain.
Juice WRLD is gonna hit different that day.
Oh man, it's going to be something else. Saturday's gonna be something else. What are they gonna do at the fan zone?
Nothing. They just might as well pack everything up because it's over the minute we enter that arena.
True. I can't believe we're gonna be in that building. What the fuck is wrong with us?
If they do lose, at least we were there for the last game. And then my playoff streak continues to 3 straight L's.
Wouldn't it be? No, yeah, it would be 3. I was thinking maybe it would be 4, but no, you're right, 3.
Nah, yeah. Yeah, game 5 against Tampa, and then game 4 here in Jersey, and then maybe game 6 as well, unfortunately. But I can see you going one of 2 ways. I can see, like another, like a Ryan McDonough moment, game 5, OT winner against Washington in game 6, and then just like winning, game 7 here in Prudential, or it's just going to be like that against us though, or just like a blowout loss for us. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I will say though, like as much as we want this team to win, just like even like staying after, seeing how like the players are, like even after losses, like it just seems like some of them just need to be humbled a little bit. If you know who I'm talking about specifically, well, not specifically, there are a few, but you know what I mean. So I mean, I don't know them personally, but just I don't know, based on their emotions and say what you want, but I just feel like some of them need to be humbled and realize, like, they're not like them exactly, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I'm seeing comments again about Truba's post game. Could somebody please fill me in on what he said in the post game? Because again, the last thing I want to do is hear these jerk offs. And good question, Lucas. I don't know.
I mean, there's no one available really.
They're gonna have to find someone outside of the box.
Or they're gonna have to find, like I said, someone under contract in the AHL and find some sort of loophole to get them into the NHL here to coach this team. But I don't know how that would work, and I don't know if they're willing to do that. Other than
That's
that,
the only reason I think that there's a chance Gaunt stays, even though he doesn't deserve to.
Lucky bastard. Now, what happens?
Should have just fired him after that St. Louis game.
Yeah, even though we won, but I wish we lost it. Jordan Binnington is literally the reason Golan has a job, dude. To this day.
Yeah.
He is the reason. Oh my God. Any other team we play, dude, Golan's out. That's crazy.
Who would have thought back in the fall that we'd be saying at least we have the Knicks right now? Yeah, seriously.
Knicks may make a run like us last year just for getting the right matchups, I mean, Miami Heat is no easy out exactly, but they were the 8th seed after all, so you never know.
We got away from our game a little. That's one thing Truba said.
Yeah, that's just the reason. That's another reason why you just can't be captain.
Pathetic captain.
Dude can't even evaluate the game, honestly. Like, come on. I mean, I trust your recap, Evan. You watch every game, so I'm just gonna go based off of what you've been telling me. But just even in general too, I just feel like he just sugarcoats the the games that the team loses. So.
I mean, Kreider's post game comment was way better by Billion.
Yeah.
He said, we've had a terrific fan base all year and we let them down. We've got to play a no-doubter next game, regardless of what happens with the penalties called, regardless of the bounces, put ourselves in a position to win one hockey game.
That's our captain.
The one guy that actually has any sort of care for the fans, seems like.
Well, it's good that he cares.
And yeah, Nick, I know there's no coaches available. I know.
We could still pray Mike Sullivan goes, but I highly doubt it too.
Those Rangers teams in the past that weren't as talented in front of Henrik, we never said it was lack of effort or care. They just didn't have the difference maker offensively. This team, zero heart. Yeah. I mean, he summed it up perfectly.
I'd still argue that they're just, I mean, obviously not on paper, but like,
I think that's what he means
yeah.
by not as talented as on paper.
Yeah, because on the ice, the older teams were easily better.
Yeah.
100%, not even a question. Like, we were a hockey team back then. Now it's just like we're Fugazis, literally. This was right last year.
Yeah. The Winnipeg Jets got bounced.
What was the score of that game?
4-1.
Oh, shit, 4-1?
Yep.
Yeah, let me
So
see.
Vegas is the first team to advance, right? What could have been us?
Should have been us.
The fact that the Islanders might win more playoff games than us this year is crazy.
All right, that makes me feel better because, well, not the Islanders. I'm just lucky at my parlay. That's all. I thought I was about to miss on
Fair
one.
enough.
Dude, this is fucked. This is fucked because I have the Jets and Golden Knights over 5.5. 5. Lightning and Maple Leafs. I had over 6.5. 6.
Oh my
But I
god.
hit on all the other baseball picks. I was just down to the last 2. 6 legs. What a shame. Oh, that hurts. 1 goal. 1 more goal for each. That's tough.
All talent, no heart, an all-star team, plain and simple. Yep.
Yeah, it's like all-star weekend for them every single day, essentially, for this team, right? Just lay back, don't, relax, play hockey, and don't care.
Oh my god, I can't handle this stress. I was so stressed going into this game, and then after that first goal, I know, and my nerves just died because I was like, yeah, I know that this one's, I know it's gonna we're gonna lose this game.
Should we have just stayed in the rebuild?
I talked about this with C-Jets, yeah.
At this point, yeah.
And I
You
said
should-
this, that we're gonna look back at last year's run as a fluke. If we haven't already, but like in a couple of years, especially when we are constantly either first round exits or missing the playoffs, we're really gonna look back at last year and say that it was a fluke.
It was fun, but it was a fluke.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I am even going to the third round, I just kept saying to myself, I did not expect this team to make this deep of a run.
And I don't know what they're gonna wait for. Are they gonna wait for this core to potentially get tired of losing if they ever do? and then hope they have a Tampa Bay type run. Is that what we're gonna do here, or
No, I don't see it with this core. No.
neither do I?
Panarin just seems like he don't give a fuck. Straight up.
No,
You know what I
he
mean?
doesn't have what it takes to play in the playoffs.
No.
He doesn't.
And you even said, he didn't like Torts as a coach, if you know what I mean? Even though that was probably his better years there in Columbus. Maybe not point total, but just like his overall play. Yeah, Trouba and Panarin definitely have to go. Yeah. Aside from Igor and maybe Fox, just Kreider and Mika can stay. I think Mika cares.
He's not showing it.
I still think he cares. I think Mika and Kreider care. Maybe not. I think Kreider cares more than Mika, but I still think Mika cares. Other than that, I don't think anyone really cares much aside from, like I said, Igor and maybe Fox, just because he's a Ranger fan growing up. Trouba definitely doesn't care. Panarin definitely doesn't care. I don't know how Vladdy or Kane are.
I said just let them walk.
Might as well at this point.
They have to let the kid. They have to give up on this kid line thing and just move them into the top 6.
Facts. You just have to make it work. You know what I mean? They just have to get used to playing wherever, and you got to make the most out of their.
At some point, this has to be their team.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Otherwise, I mean, this organization's already embarrassing, but you rebuilt for nothing, and you also wasted a number 1 and number 2 overall draft pick back-to-back years.
Yep, 100%.
I'm gonna end the live stream here, chat. I think 2.5 hours of therapy was it wasn't enough, but it definitely was helpful. We'll be back at it again on Saturday, tomorrow. Now at this point, win or lose, we'll be back at it. Hopefully they somehow pull a miracle out of their ass and win, but they definitely have my doubts. So we'll see. I'll probably be live with C-Jets, and you could come on too also after Saturday if they end up losing, because it will be another therapy session, but we'll see. But thank you everyone for tuning into the live stream. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you guys are new, and we'll see you guys in the next one.